save it.
Okay, stream is up, guys.
Stream is live. Oh my god, please.
Stop.
Ah.
I'm having second thoughts.
I see the
I
bugbears around the
love
corner.
Eddie, and I'm going to flirt with her hardcore.
Going to marry that girl.
Same. Just, the brother.
It's a beautiful night. We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey, baby, I think I want to marry you.
I love you. Please don't change.
I'll raise you. I'll call you and raise you Lifehouse. 'Cause it's you and me and all of the people with nothing to do, nothing to lose.
And it's you
and me and all of the people.
There's a delay, dude. You
Yeah, I
cannot
know.
line up.
Yeah.
As soon as you started singing, I was like, shit.
'Cause it's you and me and all of the people and nothing to do and nothing to lose, and it's you and me. Don't even try me on Lifehouse, dude. Like, I had like 3 CDs. I don't even know.
Okay.
You are my spirit animal.
All right. So the stream is up.
Is everyone here?
Hi, T-Stan.
Hi, Travis.
Hello.
Travis! Hi, Travis.
It's the
I've
kids.
met Travis, right?
Yes, you have met Travis.
Yes. Hi, Travis. How are you, sweetheart? Mwah. From Vodka Aunt Shannon. Pika. I'm
I know
Vodka
you
Aunt.
drink vodka.
I don't drink vodka. I'm just Vodka Aunt.
Well, you're
okay.
vodka aunt, and apparently AJ is their gunkle.
Yes. You are
All
not.
right.
No, see, here's the thing. The girls in my beauty class all started calling me mom.
Now you know how I feel.
So I was like, I told them, I'm like, no, I'm not your mom. I'm the cool aunt that bails you out of jail. And it just went from there, and I ended up becoming Vodka Aunt. And I'm like, I don't drink. They're like, we don't care. And I'm like, okay.
You do now.
You do know.
I've had vodka. I hate it.
You got a girlfriend? No. You do now.
You could be the wine mom. Okay.
Oh, wow. Are we all here?
Yes, we're all here. We are waiting on you.
Oh, man. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't really feel like
You
playing
know what?
tonight.
I will stab you in the fucking...
Corey,
I will
your
come
job
out.
security is at a serious low right now.
Dude, I will straight up get on a goddamn flight sick, show up at your house, have a wonderful evening speaking to your mother, and then stab you in the face.
His mama would probably help you.
Look, look, and the entire time that you're talking to your mom is going to be wondering why I have a camera standing in the corner whispering World Star to it.
Did I come back to this? What the hell?
World Star.
Our little shithead over here has decided that he was going to joke about not feeling up to playing tonight.
Why am I the mascot shithead?
Because
you
you're
just
a
start.
shithead.
No, don't justify it. Don't justify it. He knows why.
He knows why.
Yeah,
He's just
Fauntleroy.
mad that I showed him my nips at work today.
Oh. I've decided that because you won't tell us what your middle name is, it's Fauntleroy.
Fauntleroy?
Yeah, you have the same middle name as Donald Duck. You are frickin' Fauntleroy.
Okay.
What kind of no name is Fauntleroy though?
One that
Donald
Donald
Duck's
Duck
middle
has,
name.
apparently.
I
You
mean,
know
Shannon
what?
would
You know
know.
what? Hold on, Shannon. I'm gonna take
Donald
that as
F.
a
Duck.
compliment. I'm gonna take that as a compliment, seeing as how much you love that franchise.
Yes. You should take it as a compliment, but at the same time, it's a terrible fucking middle name.
That's true.
Okay,
This
before.
is true.
Okay, let me get us back on track here, kids. Before we get into this, Lita, how do you pronounce your character's name?
Lowen.
Lowen. Okay. I'm like, I'm going to trip over that and make myself be out a fucking idiot. I just know it. And we're recording this, so I don't want to look like a fucking idiot. I already do enough of that by myself.
Forever immortalized.
Oh, Friday, we're all gonna look like idiots.
It's
I
true.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
I
it's
mean, y'all already look like idiots. No one was testing their perception. Even the two,
Goddamn
cool. Oh
face.
yeah. Speaking
even
of
the
which,
two, even
um,
the two, even the
before
two
we
who
start, I would like to roll perception.
no. But it cracks me up that no one rolled perception on the siblings. Even the two who are like, oh, you guys need to like take perception because Friday is notorious for that. Neither one of you.
I also want to point out that as soon as the siblings come onto the scene this session, literally all 7 of us are going to be like, roll perception!
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Friday's gonna be like, okay, fine. If you're all gonna do it, roll initiative to see who goes first.
Yes. I'll
No,
fucking win.
I have to remind you guys that even if you guys
watching.
there are people watching. Even if you guys roll good perception
Oh,
rolls,
2 of my friends are watching.
There are some things she just won't give us.
well, beyond there being some things that I might not give you, there are contesting rolls. Sometimes.
Oh boy.
So just keep that in mind because you might not get the answers you want because someone might be trying to make sure you don't.
Oh, so like Arcana checks and shit like that.
I'm not saying anything like that.
No. Arcana checks. Disguise magic, motherfucker.
I didn't say anything like that. I'm reminding people that there are counter rolls sometimes. That some of your NPCs will be counter rolling against you.
Okay.
Okay?
I have an eye for shiny, like, for real.
Okay.
Let's go.
This was a good place to introduce it.
Really?
Well, can I just ask that you guys bear with me a little bit because I've never actually played D&D before, so this is legit my first time.
That's fine.
No problem.
Yeah, it's my first time playing with Friday.
No, we're all going to harshly judge you and make fun of you whenever you mess up.
Corey, I will end
That's
you.
really funny, except it's not because I'm really nervous and might quit.
No, the only
No,
person
you
we
are
make fun of is
100%
Corey.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
true.
Corey's the only one that gets made fun of. I have made so many mistakes on this. Friday will be like, Shannon, you need to change that. I'm like, what? Wait, what? Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah. Do you watch Family Guy?
No.
Oh, well, damn. I'm Meg, so.
You stop that.
I'm the
No, you're
Meg of
not,
this
because
group.
nobody in here likes Family Guy except for you.
I like Family Guy.
I liked Family Guy.
Get wrecked, nerd.
All right.
Don't make
so
me smack you.
Corey, don't fire back. It makes it worse.
Okay.
We'll take care of you.
All right. So before we get really started, Lita. So you and Lowen were late, and I'm not saying like you're late, but I'm saying that Lowen was late to show up to the invite because you couldn't make it last session.
Right.
So I want to ask. I already talked with Alan, or with AJ about Alan. How do you want to bring Lowen in? Do you want Lowen to have come in overnight or to show up the next morning?
Does it make a big difference?
No, I'm gonna set everyone up for the morning, but it changes how I do the morning.
Because I could see her getting in that night and just, like, going straight to, an inn or something to spend the night.
Okay. So if you're gonna showing up overnight, what will have happened for you is that you will have gotten this bracelet that you heard everyone last time get. And you will have gotten a late scolding for being late. But they will have set you up with a room in the same wing that everyone else is in. There's no need for an inn. They tell you you're perfectly fine in the castle with everyone else. And it is a lovely room. It really is. It's not. It's way more than you would ever expect from a tavern. Higher quality than you would ever have in your life. But you get the feeling it's kind of low quality for a castle. This is the kingdom. So next morning, you guys are all woken up are not woken up. I assume some of you might already be awake, but there is a knock on your door. Several servants gone around to collect you guys. That breakfast is ready, and you have been invited to breakfast with the prince and princess.
All right. Milo was already awake.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
again.
was Ramen.
So is the syndrome.
Because again, Milo is a chronic insomniac. So
Gliss is a morning bird.
You're grounded.
My character, meanwhile, is enjoying the most comfortable bed they've ever experienced and had to be woken up.
They are very gracious and kind in waking you up, but they are still firm that, that you need to get up. There's breakfast to be had.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
Literally, there is eggs and bacon to be had.
I'm just imagining one of the servants saying, "There are eggs and bakey to be had, mistress or sir."
In the most royal voice. Okay, so to breakfast then. I roll
Yeah,
perception on the breakfast.
I'll roll perception on the siblings. What?
Damn it!
You got it.
Here we go. This is it.
What is this?
You
Plus
haven't,
5.
you haven't even seen the siblings yet. You're gonna waste a roll.
I am walking into the dining room that the breakfast is being served in.
They're not gonna eat in there. They're royalty. That is like the servants.
No.
eating
They told us
areas.
that we are about to eat breakfast with the prince and princess.
How about before you get all excited, you let me describe the room and what's going on before you
Oh no,
start.
I'm going to let you.
Okay. I just want to make sure 'cause I am still the DM. I am still trying to control the game.
Paint
Yes,
your beautiful
baby, of
word
course.
picture.
Wow.
So once you guys are all dressed and set up, you guys are led by a serving girl to down a hallway to the dining room, and breakfast is already out. This is not a servants' quarters area. This is definitely a royal dining hall. And down at the far end of the table, you can see the prince and princess, but this is the far end of the table. There are plates set up closer to them for you guys. And the table is laden with just pancakes and waffles and fresh fruits and eggs of any kind of variety you want, and ham and meat. Everything just smells amazing. And there are a couple of servants waiting up against the large, almost floor to ceiling windows off to your right, with pitchers of juice and milk and whatnot, just waiting to serve you guys.
I'm rolling perception.
Oh, not yet. I'm waiting for the whole description.
15.
What are you rolling perception on?
On the prince and the princess.
You are still further down. Are you going down closer to see them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Before I give you your perception check, because the rest of the group is still behind you, the prince and the princess are sharing the head of the table, and it's kind of close quarters because you get the idea that this is not meant to really be done up like this. And they are both dressed in more royal attire, though it's a little bit casual. It's
I feel underdressed.
it's not their traveling gear from yesterday. No, they're wearing very, very light blues and navies with lots of copper and gold accents. And they smile very warmly at you guys. Izo is nursing a cup of coffee, and he is sipping on something from a wine glass.
Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
But they're both excitedly.
Literally, anytime Friday says something or is vague about a description, my roll perception alert goes off in my brain.
Apparently I did it last session.
You missed
Alright,
last time.
So Friday.
All right.
Now, given the whole scenery, I would like to roll perception on
Okay.
the siblings.
Okay, and Gliss has already rolled perception. Anyone else want to join in with perception rolls?
Everybody roll perception.
A 17.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
Hey, Lita. Do you know how to roll?
Once upon a time, not anymore.
Oh,
Exclamation point, roll, space, 1d20, plus whatever your perception modifier is.
So on your character sheet, there is a box called
19.
skills.
God damn it.
All right, Milo, you
And
can't
in
even
that-
see above the table.
Listen,
Yeah.
guys, hold on. Let me talk here. Lita, there's a box called skills. In that skills is a skill called perception. Whatever number's to the left of that is what your number you'll be rolling, in addition to the 20. Okay, so
It didn't work. Although it did.
Yeah, it worked.
Takes it a second.
Wow, that was a terrible roll.
It's okay. We got
So-
a 19 on Lysandra, so.
I got a 2 earlier. Thank God it was not for anything.
you guys notice that they are well rested, shiny cheeked, very excited to see you guys. They're very neatly groomed, and just generally very pleasantly smiling at you guys. That's it.
Damn it.
What race
Alright.
are they?
With a 19, damn.
Well, seeing as Milo can't see hardly above the table, instead he's just gonna get a little bit of everything. And some coffee.
And some coffee.
Hang
Ramen's
on, guys.
breakfast.
The
This...
food just got here.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Ramen's breakfast consists of simply a meat, whatever meat is easily accessible, nearest me, and bread.
A ham.
A singular hunk of ham.
A whole ham or just a hunk of ham?
No, not the whole ham. Like a few.
Never
slices
go
of
whole ham.
Never go whole ham. But yeah, a few slices of ham and a breakfast roll or two, and that's normally what ramen eats as breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah. Milo in this case would usually be a sausage and toast guy, but this is royal breakfast. You might as well give everything a shot.
I mean, there's still toast there if you'd like it.
Same with Lysandra. She's got a little bit of everything on her plate.
This is a chance to try royal food. Why not?
Hell yes.
Go ham.
Vile's probably taken as much as he possibly can before he starts looking like a pig, because he's probably never seen this much food at one time. And is like, you know what? I'm taking this opportunity.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
What is it?
Pebbles.
I will note Milo probably was like when he went to go get coffee, they handed him a mug and he was just, you have anything bigger?
And they start
Maybe.
pouring. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
No, like he just him.
Just set the pot down next to me.
Yeah, just, he's like,
Just
Can
do
you
it
put it in a
IHOP style.
no, just can you put it in a pint?
Put it in a cauldron.
I mean, if you request for a bigger cup, they will do so for you.
Yeah.
You'll just get like a weird look. But they will gladly do so.
Cool.
I'm gonna say that it seems like Lowen just kind of appeared at the table. Just because like no one really got an introduction to her the day before, so no one's really noticed yet how stealthy she is.
I'm gonna do a perception roll to see if I notice her.
Holy shit!
I want to say that at least one of you guys just kind of turns and she's just kind of next to you, just suddenly already eating like her eggs and toast.
And my character's like, what, you didn't see her come in?
What? One moment she's not there, and then the next she's eating, and
That would be
everyone was
me.
real scared.
I didn't notice you at all. I got a nat 1.
You got a critical failure, so you're like, you don't notice her yet.
Sure, I'll give this a shot. Let's see if Milo notices her.
Wait, what are we noticing?
Yeah?
I can tell
Well,
you right now, Lysandra doesn't. She's too busy eating.
No, Milo's eating, looks, sees her, goes back to eating, stops, looks
Slowly
again.
Hands up.
As you guys are discovering your new companion, Edhi tips her glass up and says, "Look, see, not everyone declined our invitation. We had a new guest.
Hello.
the maid just told us you got in last night. We're so glad you could join us."
Lowen says with their mouth full, thanks.
When did you get here?
There's just a very tight smile.
hot still. Holy crap.
And of course, between bites, Milo is chugging from this huge cup of coffee. Like he has to
And-
two-hand this thing.
Welcome to our merry band. The more the merrier.
What's the plan for today, Your Highness?
Well, considering that no one else has showed up and daylight is a burning, we want to get a move on ASAP. So as soon as breakfast is finished, if you guys could gather your bags, that would be lovely. It'll just take us a moment to change, and then we can be on our ways.
Works for me. I'm already packed.
Friday, mechanically, how much would it cost to +1 my longsword before we leave?
You wouldn't have the time to actually do that. It would take. It's a process.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe that would be one of your platinum pieces.
Maybe not this time.
How
Something
much
to
would
think
it?
about, though.
What? Can I safely assume that this little caravan of ours is going to already have a cart and stuff?
Yeah.
It is safe to
Alright.
assume that I
It's
mean,
safe to assume anything we need is going to be provided for by the country.
yeah. If you're concerned about that, you can always ask them.
All right. So Milo pauses because the thought strikes him. So, on our way there, are we planning to walk or are we taking a wagon?
We have wagons and horses, depending on your preferences. And for our shorter friends, there are
Ponies!
ponies.
Yay!
It just depends. It depends on what you're more comfortable with. Don't
Lauren
worry,
doesn't say anything, but she cracks a smile.
we've arranged for all of that, and we have several wagons coming along with us for supplies. So I wouldn't be too concerned about being fed. We'll take care of that. I don't think that you'll need anything with you besides your weapons and the gear you already came with.
All right.
Assuming
Good
that
to
you
know.
came with all your gear.
Oh, always. Back to eating.
Back to eating.
But Milo was mostly asking because he was checking to see if he was going to have to carry his chest the whole way. He can do it. It's just
Not pleasant.
yeah. Because I mean, it's holding. Let's see. It's got his hammer, manacles, stakes, all sorts of other shit.
As you guys are eating, you hear you hear Ramen say, "Drink more."
Damn it, so it didn't work. Alright.
As a reminder, guys, if you guys want to ask me something privately, you can always DM me real fast.
Okay.
Corey takes advantage of this.
Drink
lot.
more what?
Corey was trying to test to see if you guys could.
No, Lysandra says that out loud.
Oh, Ramen. You want to explain?
I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, if that's an invitation for more coffee, don't mind if I do.
So yeah.
I was trying to figure out if I could telepathically talk to an individual instead of a group.
Ah. Huh. Well, now we know.
We cannot.
That would have been a very handy feature.
It would have, but telepathically speaking to one another is also really very, very useful.
This is all of a surprise for Lowen, by the way. Lowen,
Oh yeah.
you have just heard someone speak in your head.
Awesome.
Is that what your character says? I hope so.
I look down at the.
She
And
didn't
hold on,
say
this
it,
is
but
a
she
quote,
thought
by the
it.
way. This is a quote, by
wait,
the
wait.
way. I look
Did
down
you-
at my bracelet. I look back up, and I think, neat.
That was about Milo's reaction.
That was
Or-
a Milo.
Your character could have telepathically said, "Awesome."
Well, that's what I said, but y'all talked over me.
Aw,
Whoops.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
there's too many people in this group. All right, so
1 second.
Ramen's finishes his breakfast, stands up, bows to the siblings, and goes to get his things ready.
And once Milo finishes off his share, he'll actually do the same. Just all right. Well, just let me know when we're heading out.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Yep, Lowen's just kind of eating everything really slowly because she's trying to suss out everyone else. Since she missed introduction, she's just trying to pick up what she can about each person.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Lowen, I need to look at your character sheet. I totally forgot what you're playing as.
A dwarf, right?
Dwarf
Stealth
rogue.
dwarf.
Stealth dwarf.
Stealth? Oh, man.
Sneaky dwarf.
Sneak dwarf.
But well, I mean, I can tell right now that Milo is fairly easy to read, and that he's definitely the prepared type. Because even coming to breakfast, he still had some of his stuff on him. You know.
Prepared for everything, even at breakfast.
I mean, most people, because it's one of those cases of he's been invited to dinners where the host then revealed that they were dinner. You know?
Yeah.
So it's a safety thing.
Okay. So as you guys finish up your breakfast, the prince and princess excuse themselves, and they tell you that they will meet you guys at the gates. So they do ask you to try and hurry. They're very eager to do this. As you know, you guys are off to see Shoal, and you're gonna be the first, so you guys might want to hurry.
Well, I'm going to assume my
Yeah,
character
because
doesn't
nothing
unpack
bad
so
ever
much.
comes from hurrying into the unknown.
No, never.
Not at all. It's gonna be wonderful. So when you guys get back together, surprisingly, you would think it would take longer for the prince and princess to get changed. But when you guys get down there, they are already there, and there are quite a lot of wagons outside the gates, and quite a lot of people. All of the people that you saw before and their groups are gathered up, and they seem to be waiting on you guys.
Okay, I really need to know. God damn it! I want to know what they're dressed up as, what class they're dressed up as, if any.
Does anyone else want to try a perception check on that then? Since Adele
Sure.
is...
Yeah.
Can I use insight for that?
I don't think you can use insight for that.
Damn.
Yeah, insight's determining, like, if someone's lying to you or hiding
Damn, my rolls
motives. Or...
suck.
Well, I mean, I was
Something like
thinking
that.
more of a sense of like certain classes are likely to carry themselves a certain way.
Well, they carry themselves like royalty.
Yeah. That's their class, noble.
I went from a crit fail to a crit win.
Jesus.
There is no in between.
24.
Alright, so some people know what they're dressed as.
Let's see if I can actually roll a good one. Let's see.
Okay, it's alright.
Okay. Yeah,
I doubt
you
that
guys...
mine's gonna be much better.
Is AJ with us?
I'm very with you.
Oh, okay. Just making sure, man. You've been a little quiet.
I'm waiting.
Alan's not
Patient.
here yet.
It's fine. It's worth.
Okay. So you guys can tell based on their clothing, now that you're looking at it more closely, you guys saw them in it yesterday, but didn't really you just kind of glanced over it. They seem to be dressed sort of like Arcanus.
Okay, so
magic
they're
casters.
so they could be sorcerers, warlocks, or wizards,
Or sword spells.
or sword spells.
Or mystics.
Friday, I would like to make an Arcana check to see if I can pick up kind of any magic vibes from them.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Okay. So you see an Arcana check is where you're looking for specific lore and stuff. Trying to decide. Okay. I will give you, with your Arcana check, you can tell that these are not like, they're not sorcerers or wizards or whatnot. They are actually of a class that you can, so far as you can tell, called Arcanist.
Oh,
And they are, now that you're looking closer, seem to be littered with magical items.
Okay. Any artifacts? Maybe like, if their spell book is visible, if like anything on the cover of them.
You don't see their
Anything like
spellbook. But the beads that you see on Edhi are definitely a focus.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. But they seem very eager to get out. They wave you guys along and point out a couple of wagons, and they are marked with the same sort of band that you guys are wearing. It doesn't. You by the way, your guys' bands aren't putting off as much light as before.
Is there a reason for that?
Well, they did tell you that it would fade away.
So
That
we wouldn't give ourselves away with them.
yeah. It was just so
Can
bright,
I
so you
do
guys.
another perception check on the bands? Because you said that there was shit that we missed. So
If you would like to.
Actually, that is
This whole
with the-
session is going to be nothing but trying to catch the siblings off guard.
I
No,
should.
probably.
I
Actually, in
shouldn't
this
have
case, it's-
teased you.
Actually, in this case, it's with the light from the band dimming now.
Mm-hmm.
Milo's going to look to see if he can see any details that would have been covered by that glow.
Okay.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. Huh.
I rolled a 15.
Okay. Milo.
22.
22.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Looking closer at these bands, you two, the glow has faded to a very, very, very soft glow. You'd have to put your hand over it to really notice any sort of light from it. And it's kind of like an opal stone, and you get the feeling that that's just the magic, that it wasn't actually this color to begin with. And there seem to be some form of runes carved into this. They're very intricate and very cleanly done, but you don't recognize them.
Well, actually, in that case, Milo's going to roll Arcana.
All right.
I'm checking. I only have a +2.
He has no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Hang on.
He rolled a 7.
Okay, yeah, and just a reminder, because I heard someone say crit fails, there are no crit successes or crit fails when it comes to skill checks.
okay.
That's only
Still.
when attacking.
Yes.
Still.
I'll roll Arcana. Why
I
not?
got a 12. Oh, excuse me. Hi, McCoy.
16.
Okay. So like before, you know that these are mage stone, and mage stone is an incredibly rare element that's very, very hoarded. Which, now that you're thinking about it, it's a little odd because everyone's wearing mage stone.
Mm-hmm.
This, not just your party, but the entire adventuring
Company.
caravan is wearing mage stone, and it's an incredibly rare material. And looking at it, you can just see that there are multiple communication spells worked into this. One you're not familiar with, which is probably the telepathy spell.
Right.
It seems more advanced than you guys are familiar with at your lower levels, as well as a protection spell that you don't recognize.
I messed up on my roll. It should be a +6, not a +3, if that makes a difference on what I can perceive.
Nope.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, that's what you get from the stones.
She is okay. So Gliss is climbing into one of the carts
Okay.
and getting comfortable because she has a feeling it's going to be a long ride, and she's a bird. So
Oh, there was one thing I was going to ask about, and I forgot to because I didn't think about it till now. But
Same.
something I was asked earlier, reminded me. Could Milo pick up some healer's kits before they leave?
Yeah, I would like to pick up some potions, like some small shot glass sized potions that will heal me for little bits?
If you guys would like to do so, yeah, the caravan has plenty of items. The prince and princess are not going to charge you for these. They consider it part of your job. So if you would like to speak with the people in charge of supplies, they can hook you up.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Milo would like 3 healers kits then, just to be sure.
Done.
Because
That seems
Alright.
reasonable to them.
5 simple health potions,
Simple as in,
like lowest grade you got, like 1d4s.
yeah, they can do that for you.
Cool.
I'm sure I should
I
be
don't-
asking for something, but I have no idea what to ask for.
Oh,
Do we have winter cloaks just in case it gets cold up in the mountains?
Bitchin'.
Do you guys have winter cloaks?
I just
I
have
have
my.
I didn't know if that was a specific item.
No, we didn't pick up any winter coat. I didn't. At least
We have
I
our
didn't.
standard gear. That's what
Yeah.
we have.
Yeah.
So
Standard
I
sleep clothes and armor.
am a poor little bard, so I need a winter coat.
Okay. You inquire about winter clothing, and the supply keeper tells you that they do have a collection of furs and whatnot they can spare, but they would prefer to hand those out when you guys get to higher elevations.
Fair enough.
There's no need overburdening you before you get to your destination, after all.
I am a bird, and I don't like cold, so that is why I asked.
Fair enough. Anyone else looking to get something?
It's unusual for a bird to migrate into the cold.
What's the next step up from the lowest healing potion?
A D8.
3d8 potions if they have them.
They do indeed. You get the feeling that you guys are getting kind of special treatment. Because it seems most anything you ask for is just handed over to you without a question.
I'm gonna assume while they're all doing something useful and getting health potions and things that'll help them, that I'm just gonna be checking out the other caravans or the other. Yeah.
Okay.
So mind if I go ahead and do a perception, just look around a bit?
Yeah, hold on one second. By the way, the health potions, there's a D4 and a D8. It's also plus con modifier. Not your con modifier, but whoever drinks it, it's their con modifier.
Oh, neat.
Sweet. Okay.
Oh
I
god.
want
Okay.
to flirt with the princess.
Oh my god, so it begins.
Oh my god. Hold on.
Okay, so just to be clear, babe. So my 1d4 potions, since I have a con bonus of 3, it will be 1d4 plus 3
If you were to drink it, yes.
if I'm the one to drink it.
Mhm.
Okay,
Oh.
but if someone with a plus 4 con, for them it would be plus 4, correct?
Mhm.
Okay,
Cool.
just want to double check. That's pretty helpful.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
I got
assume,
12 minutes until PUBG is ready.
Well,
I'm
you're
gonna
not
assume
playing
that
right
at
yet.
a 5, Vital starts to go look around, but then like a horse scares him and he's like, never mind.
I was like, no, I don't want to go. So you guys get to wagons, and they don't actually set you up on like the covered carts. You can see that the prince and princess aren't in a covered cart either. They're open wagons, and that is where you guys are all be sitting. And they're not very comfortable.
Well, they're
Ma-
wagons, so
Milo, once he's in the wagon, takes the chest off his backpack, sets it down, and then sits on it.
Built-in booster seat, I see.
Is there a spare horse?
Yeah, they did say that they had horses if you guys
But-
would like them.
I would like to ride.
But
Okay.
yeah, trust me, Milo is going to be using this chest as booster seat, stepladder.
okay.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna pull out my little harp.
Guys, my computer is so sexy.
And perform.
I'm gonna assume that Vital tried to help Lowen onto the cart, and then I'm assuming that she probably didn't need help, but he offered it.
There are various little
Lowen
step
just kind
stools.
of nods in acknowledgement. She doesn't really say much. She's just gonna kind of plop on down and sit in the corner whittling a stone and watching everyone else.
Sounds good.
So you start to perform. What are you playing a flirty song?
No.
I've
Just,
been staring at the edge of the water.
okay, you know what? Shut up. No,
God, I hate you.
she's just playing a light traveling tune on the harp. She's not singing. She's just playing something to
Pass the
get
time.
yeah, pass the time and keep everyone distracted if they need it.
Like one of those 10-hour piano loops you find on YouTube.
Yeah, pretty much.
God. It's pretty good. Everyone hears you playing. It is decent enough that everyone's bobbing their head to it slowly or tapping their fingers. And they seem to be in good moods, but everyone seems to be in a good spirit to begin with.
It's always
Wrong
good to
with a
get that
breakfast
initial
like that?
morale boost, though.
Yes, morale boost.
It's a morale
it's-
boost.
It's a
I
good
kind of want to put myself like as close as I can to the carriage that my compatriots will be riding in,
Mhm.
but I also want to be like as close to the front of like the company as possible as well.
Oh no, you guys are in the far back.
Are we in the far back?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
Yeah,
because
remember the
everybody
rest of
else
the
is
front
standing
lines.
farther.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're supposed to
Okay.
die first, not you.
Okay, so I'll kind of be like maybe 20 feet ahead.
okay. You're kind of mingling with some other groups. There are still like a couple of wagons of people behind you, and they look like just guards from the castle.
Do I see that group we fought from yesterday?
Make a perception check.
Ah!
I totally forgot because we did like almost cleave that dwarf's arm off.
Yeah.
Also, one of them now has lightning scars all down their face.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
Well, now it's time for you to give you your apology and say, "I'm sorry, I turned you into bacon."
Ramen apologizes to no man or woman.
All right.
11.
You see a lot of groups ahead of you. It's kind of hard to discern which one would be the one that you guys fought with, especially because everyone's wearing their armor right now.
Okay, fair enough.
But anyhow, as you guys are traversing this lovely road, there is a small commotion up towards the front, and a couple people send back word, and you see the prince and princess's wagon pull ahead, and they seem to be concerned, interested.
We're their
Running up
personal
with them.
guards. We should probably go with them.
Yeah, I'm
Agree.
galloping. I'm galloping next to their carriage.
Okay. Yes, it's not. It doesn't look good. Ellen,
Yes, ma'am.
Oh no.
do you want to describe what they're coming into?
Okay.
So I'm probably about to blast some people. Give me a sec. I just gotta get stuff ready.
So, off in the distance, those of you with the sharpest eyes pick out a body lying face down on the ground. Unconscious or dead, you can't tell. Those inclined to rush up, I'm assuming that's everybody at this point.
Nope.
They
Oh, yeah,
notice
because you're so important.
Well,
the
when
prince and
Milo-
princess are rushing up too.
Yeah.
When Milo gets close enough, he rolls medicine.
Damn good
16.
Lysandra is also moving up towards
You
the
can
body.
tell the body is not dead.
You can tell he's not dead. That's it. Awesome.
Does
Anybody with
Yeah.
a scope of vision to look 3 feet past the body are gonna notice a barely adult, like, blonde dude, like, just sitting there leisurely, sipping a red liquid out of a glass.
What's with all these
Yeah.
details?
Nope. I'm rolling perception. 12.
Oh, that's something
It's
we
grape
don't
juice.
see every morning.
It's not grape juice.
Rolling a perception on the dude. And I shit it.
He's grape juice.
He is in fact grape juice.
Alright.
The things my character does and does not notice is ridiculous.
It's not shiny, she doesn't care.
You're not
Watch-
shiny enough.
I'll-
Your hair's not blonde
I'm
enough.
praying to the dice gods that Milo rolls like the fucking nuts.
27.
Goddamn right.
It had to be him. It had to be him.
It had to be. Well, oh, give me a sec. If this perception's high enough, I'm then gonna roll religion,
Oh no.
since that's how you ID undead.
Oh god.
Oh.
So yeah,
boy.
Milo's looks from the body to the guy drinking, and he's got his pipe out and lit.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
He hasn't actually like drawn off the pipe at all yet. He's just holding it at the moment as he studies Alan.
I'm waiting for Friday to tell everyone what you saw.
Yep. Oh my.
Oh, that's a
That's a lot of
terrifying
rolls.
sound.
Right?
That's a lot of
I'm
rolls.
so glad I'm not the only one whose anxiety level rise at that sound.
Trust me, you're not.
Tick.
Oh. So Milo, you
Just give it to us straight, Doc.
you are well versed with monsters, and the undead. So you, and with your expertise, you do know that what's in that glass is, it's not grape juice.
It's
strawberry
aged, it's
juice.
aged grape juice.
It's a, I mean,
About as old as that body, maybe?
It's strawberry juice.
No, it's aged grape juice, aged about as old as that body.
Yeah.
It's body juice.
It's fresh from the top.
Never mind. Yeah, no, taking that back. Redacting that
No,
statement.
but
It, it seems to be fresh from the tap. And again, you can see that the person is still alive. He looks to be a bandit, perhaps, looking by his clothes, or a highwayman of some sort. Are you going to roll religion to check on if he's
Yeah.
undead or not, even though you see him drinking blood from a glass?
He could just be weird.
yeah.
There's a lot of people who, I mean, for all he knows, he could be like, I don't know.
A cannibal.
Oh
Where
man, can I roll religion?
You're not. No, not you. This is Milo's turn to shine.
Now let's hope I roll high.
big money, no whammies.
1.
22.
Nice.
This is a dampier.
And here I was about to ask if you were out a little late.
Oh, hi. Hey, I have a question since you guys have just run up to me and this massive caravan is passing me too. Can any of you tell me exactly where to find the people that sent this letter?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you're
me.
looking at him.
As you mention the letter, the prince and princess perk up. I mean, they're already pretty interested in the whole proceedings,
They're
and
already
have
pretty
been.
perked.
They've been watching you quite closely. But when you mention the letter, you see the pair of them get off the wagon against the wishes of their guard, and approach you to examine it.
As they approach me, I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Jesus.
Okay, short description of the spell. Sorry. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the air that bears magic, and you learn a school of magic, if any.
Okay. How do I tell you that almost everything in 30 feet of you is now glowing?
Alan is just going to bust out
That's
in
a
wonder.
good way.
Like, he's just like looking around like, holy shit, you guys have so much cool stuff.
The prince and the princess are
Immediately trying to hide my scars.
the prince and the princess are just radiating magic. They have a ton of magical items on them. Various schools. There's illusion, there's communication, there's protection. There's a lot going on there.
Illusion.
His attention will end on them, and
And
as he like fully focuses on them, like if he could blush, if it was physically possible, as he looked at Izo, he would.
it begins.
God damn it!
It begins.
I'm so glad ramen is asexual.
Anyhow, they asked to see your letter.
Alan hands it to them.
Okay.
Izo specifically.
They only take a moment to look it over. Before they hand it back with a smile. They said, "Oh, we thought you declined since you didn't show up last night."
Oh, I'm sorry.
not
We have an
used to-
unconscious bandit right here. I'm tying him up. I'm sorry.
I'm not used to. Oh, as you like move him, there's a scythe underneath his body. But I'm not used to traveling during the day, so I got lost somewhere. Like,
I got lost somewhere.
anyways,
Hey,
I was
you
gonna
guys
lost
are
in
gonna
my
get together
life.
just fine.
I was gonna be there like 3-4 hours ago, and then I got accosted by this guy, and then he took my time, and then I took some things from him.
And Milo's just been watching him from where he's sitting.
Man, this is gonna be interesting between these two.
Like, it's just this little tiny guy sitting on top of a chest, hat shadowing his eyes, and he's just staring at
I'm
Alan.
gonna roll perception to see if I notice the ominous monster hunter.
I can play PUBG on Ultra.
Well,
Okay, well, we're in the
Let's say
middle
there's-
of a campaign.
Peeks over, looks at the
Nope,
body.
I do not. I
looks
guess
at
I
the
don't
damn
notice the
beer.
monster hunter.
Huh. Well, at least that's one less bothering the civilians.
Yeah, is he
he's-
dead?
He's
No.
not
Oh
dead.
no, I didn't kill him. In fact, at the end of our encounter, he was quite amiable to me.
Yeah, he's tied up now. I'm
Um,
just like holding him up. I'm just holding him up by like the scruff of his shirt, just like looking at him.
Can somebody take this guy?
I love how much you did not notice the ominous monster hunter right in front of you.
Who?
Yes.
What?
Hey guys.
Oh, what?
Guys.
Monster. Hey,
Yeah.
you. I don't.
Deeps
What?
don't.
Okay.
So a guard gladly grabs the bandit away from you and
Wait! I haven't gone through his pockets yet.
Mm.
Oh, so you're a monster and a thief.
No, okay, look, he tried
Cool.
to steal from me, and it's just like, at that point, it's
Quid
okay.
quo pro.
Yeah, no, it's the status quo at that point. Like, if you live that life, like, come on, expect it.
okay. Well, I hate
to the status quo.
I hate to cut in. You seem to be having a lovely chatter. But are you still interested in moving out with us? Because
Oh, yeah, no, okay, yeah, I'm so sorry I was late. I want to be a part of the adventure, pretty please.
of course.
God.
There's just a small matter. I need to. And the two of them turn around for a second, and you see them kind of fish through a pocket that you guys didn't see them have before. Before they pull out another bracelet.
Well, now I know that pocket's there.
Now you know. And they hand it over to Ellen, and they say, "This is part and parcel with the adventure. You just need to put this on, and it'll be fine. It's just a communications device. It's a small protection device. You know."
Come on.
Is it still... okay, so I still have detect magic running. How strong is the glow?
It's not. I
Or
mean,
the aura coming off of it?
it's described as a faint glow, but there's like 3 faint glows coming off of this.
Ooh. He just slaps it on, no questions asked. He's like, alright, cool, I'm in.
All right, I'm getting back on my horse.
Okay, what are the rest of us doing though?
I'm on the horse.
Well, Milo's, as mentioned, just keeping an eye on him.
I'm assuming that my character did not wander too far ahead because while he was curious, he didn't really want to get involved so much.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna collect my scythe, and so am I walking?
No, you can join the others in their cart. By the way, everything's color coded, so this will be your group. You're part of the well, not so much elite, but our our escorts, to put it
Hello.
kindly.
Oh, okay.
Morning.
Hey, I got a question real quick. This fancy bracelet that I'm wearing now. Who made it?
You see the siblings glance at each other before they smile and say, "Well, that was us."
Oh, that's you guys are impressive. Like, I've never seen anything like these in books.
Um,
I'm not
you
that well read though.
you say that, and you see the two of them sort of preen a little bit. They are thoroughly complimented by this, and they're
Damn it, AJ, you're so right. God damn it.
Woo, boy. Anyways,
Fuck.
they tell you that they're very glad that you think so. They worked very hard on those, and they're so glad that someone appreciates the hard work that went into that.
well, I only know it's magic. What does it do?
Oh,
Penis, penis, penis.
Wait, what was that?
God damn it. Who said that?
Wait, what?
And it's in a perfect mimic of Corey's character's voice.
The hell it is.
Yes, it is, because I'm a Kenku and I can mimic you, little bitch.
Can we roll for that, please? Like, is there like a
No,
performance
because
check?
it's a thing. I have mimicry, bitch.
Oh, fuck me.
Have I heard Ramen talk yet? Is the question.
So, in everybody's heads, in the group, they all just hear in Corey's voice, penis, 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 penis.
I'm not. Is that what it does? It whispers penis in my head.
You can communicate through them.
Yeah.
So one of you is doing it.
Points a finger and says, "Yes, it is a communications device. You can speak into them over a distance and communicate telepathically through them."
Here's a question. Are the royals wearing the same color bracelet as us?
You actually don't see them wearing any bracelets.
All right.
I'm gonna look at the siblings and then think, does this let me communicate with you?
Roll perception.
And everyone should hear that because it's not to someone in particular.
Nope.
Yeah.
You can't send single messages either. Everyone hears everything.
11.
You see a slight pause on their features, but they don't respond at all.
They can hear us.
If I was a more suspicious person, like, I'm not great at reading people, but I almost think that you can hear my thoughts. And for one of you, that's A-okay. And for the other one, I'd really prefer you not hear some of these thoughts until later.
Alrighty then.
There,
On the horse.
there is a struggle between them, and then you see them kind of laugh a little bit before they just go to their cart. But there is your confirmation. They can hear you.
Fantastic.
Okay, I'm gonna climb in the wagon.
Okay. So yeah, everyone gets resettled, and you guys have to sit along the side for a moment to let the other groups pass ahead of you. One moment. You guys can talk amongst yourself for a second.
Okay. Well, Did Alan get into the cart with the rest of the group?
Yes.
Okay, when he did, Milo just kind of looked at him. Hello.
Now I noticed the guy in the Monster Hunter getup, right?
Yeah, you can't miss
he's
it.
He's hard to miss sitting in the cart.
Oh, good morning, sunshine. It's nice to have another person in our little happy
Band of
massive
mayhem.
army.
Yeah, I think. So. Okay, sir, are we gonna be cool?
Are we?
There's been a lot of people just like trying to kill me.
And Milo just checks his pipe, looks back up at Alan. Are we?
I don't know. Look, I had some times where I was a lot harder to get along with, but so long as you can deal with the fact that I drink blood, I can probably deal with the fact that you killed a couple of people like me. Or maybe a lot of people. I'm not really sure how you roll. Like, if you can meet me halfway, we'll probably be fine, but I want you to know, if a half-naked dwarf tries to steal from me in my sleep, I will drop him off of a cliff.
God damn it, AJ.
That was oddly specific.
Well, okay,
Yes,
so
he is.
in my defense, I've never gotten that far, okay? Like, there was this one half-naked dwarf, and I was sleeping on the steps of a church one day, and, like, it just happened. I woke up, and I was not happy. Like, it wasn't even an entirely naked dwarf, and there was not a building tall enough for me to drop him fatally from. So...
Fatally from. That's the key word here.
Yeah, no buildings or cliffs. So, well, the threat doesn't really hold weight unless it could be a fatal drop. Like, I could drop them from 10 feet and they might break a leg or something, but they'll probably live and they're not going to tell me the things that I want to know based on.
And this whole time, Milo's just watching him talk.
He's
I'd say
animatedly
they
like telling the
sprained an
story.
ankle.
Like,
So,
he is
by the
happily
way-
telling the story about this half-naked dwarf.
So, by the way, hello.
Hello.
But everyone just calls me Cliff.
Well, you see, I like the first one better, so I'm gonna attempt that if it's not too insulting.
It's not.
Okay, cool. So, it's as close to as I can get, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
I just love it.
That's more of a crack than a.
No.
Hey, you know what? He's trying. That's more than most humans do.
Not human. Could have been
And,
human. Wasn't. Taken from me.
And
No,
Well,
no,
not
yeah.
what did you say your name was?
Alan.
Alan. All right,
Alan
Alan.
as
We
Dave
should be
Crowley.
fine as long as you don't cause too much wide-ranging trouble.
Define wide ranging. Like, I need like some parameters here.
Okay. Anything that get a village coming after you with torches and pitchforks.
That's my simple existence.
Well, okay. Let me put it this way: torches and pitchforks, and you started it.
That's also the way I am, but like a different kind of the way I am. Like, not physically, just me as a person. Like, there's another point in time where I had a problem with it, and then I just kind of owned it, and life got better. Like,
Okay.
a lot better.
Let me clarify then. As long as this caravan doesn't wind up with a trail of corpses behind it that wasn't caused because they started it, we should be fine.
Oh, so long as enough willing people like show up, I'm down. Let's just hope.
All right. I'll keep an eye on you, though.
Oh, don't worry, I'm watching you too. Like, your simple presence does not make me comfortable, and it's nothing against you as a person. I understand you're probably not like that. Maybe not. You haven't tried to kill me yet, but at the same time, it's just like I can't help but profile. Enough people try to drive a stake in your heart or your arm or your leg. Like, some of these people are pretty bad at this, and
I've
you just
been
start
there.
profiling. Like,
And
it's
at
not.
the mention of stakes, Milo just kind of rests a hand on the chest he's sitting on.
Yeah, I figured. Like, I figured. I knew that wasn't a booster seat, but I guess for now, I guess we're gonna be cool. We'll just see what happens when baddies start showing up.
We'll
or
be
when
fine.
Baddies start showing up.
We'll be fine. It's I try not to judge people immediately. I'm just gonna
Uh
go by your behavior.
huh. I'm trying not to judge you immediately either. It's just you kind of walk around like owning the fact that you kill me.
Hmm. It's a family business.
I guess mine is too. I don't know my dad.
So he's got
Just
daddy issues.
telepathically.
Awkward. Okay, that actually does make Milo kind of just go. And the like
All right, penis guy. you
almost
shut the fuck up.
chilly, like the almost chilly Monster Hunter facade kind of cracks for a bit there. Just-
Oh, you can smile. Okay, look, you're probably a pretty good dude. Most of the monster hunters I've ever met, like they've done more fucked up shit than I have, and probably can't smile anymore. So yeah, we're cool. We're 100% cool. All right.
I just try to look professional on the first meeting. You know how it is.
Honestly, I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Eh.
I just try not to get myself killed on the first meeting.
Good old ramen, bringing the team together.
Like, I'm sorry that y'all saw me in a moment of weakness. Like, usually I'm pretty good about that. But, when you've been walking lost for a couple of days, you get kinda
Hungry?
a little bit.
Well, like I said, we should be fine.
Anyway, are we moving?
While you guys have been talking, yes, the front has caught back up and is all ahead, and then
Okay, I've just kind of been like from at my 20 feet away, making sure everybody's okay. All
So-
that stuff.
What's about these the prince and the princess here? Like,
More specifically, the prince. Is he single?
no, it's not that. It's definitely not that penis guy.
I'm gonna
It's.
kill you, Bliss. I'm gonna feather you.
I mean, you haven't even told me your name yet. I just know that you said penis in my head, and it made me uncomfortable.
I'm actually gonna turn you into a duster, Gliss.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
I don't.
That's
Motherfucker!
Says the penis guy.
says the penis guy.
So-
Says the penis.
so, what's the prince and princess's deal? Like, they sent out this letter, and they don't seem like experienced adventuring types, or even people that have had to run for their lives at any point.
Aren't even people.
That's what we're here for.
I mean, Izo seems like people, good people.
We're
I have a neutral opinion of Eddie so far.
well, basically, they're leading the way to Shoal. We're the muscle.
oh, I'm great at killing people. Okay, cool.
See, just not something you say in front of a monster hunter. I'm sorry. Like,
What? No, he knows.
You guys hear a voice
know what he
cut
meant.
in, and it's hard to tell whether it's Edhi or Izo. But they say, well, we do have some experience, and there will be less need for killing people and probably more need for killing monsters.
That's disappointing.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm riding as close to them as I possibly can.
How far away from our cart are they?
They're just the cart in front of yours.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm,
so it's
I
not
am riding next to their car.
Okay, cool.
And well, at least you at least you brought the right halfling along for killing monsters.
What kind of monsters? Like
All kinds.
forest monsters, me monsters?
Well, we're not quite sure.
It is Shoal after all.
Exactly. See, that's the problem. We're not quite sure what we're going to run into, but considering no one's come back, we're assuming they didn't come back because they're dead. And we'd rather not be dead, so we're assuming the worst.
So bring a little bit of everything.
Quite the
Exactly.
puzzle.
And a lot of people.
I want to roll a perception check.
Okay. What are you trying to perceive?
I'm trying to perceive how beautiful my Edhi is.
Well, there's a
Seeing as you're in a box and she's in a completely separate box.
What?
No,
They're
they're not covered wagons.
they're
They're
not
not
covered
covered
wagons. They're not.
We
But
already went over this.
she's in the wagon ahead of you, and you can only see the back of her.
Oh, that's all
And
she needs
I
to
got a
see.
15.
not even
I
the
would
good
also
back of
like
her
to
because she's
admire the
sitting
back
on
of
the
some
other part of her back.
I got a 15.
You notice that her hair is quite lovely from the back.
Did I happen to notice ears?
No, their hair seems to be quite thick and curly, and you do not see their ears.
AJ, ears.
While you're looking at their back, you guys did notice the strap along their chest, and you see that on their back is kind of a shoulder pack.
Uh-huh.
It kind of peeks out from beneath their jacket.
It's a pack?
Yeah. It's not very large, not very heavy looking.
I wanna know more about this pack. I wanna literally nitpicking. I'm sorry, babe, but like I've got to.
Well, Alan, Glace,
23.
Okay, and now Corey, you can tell this pack probably weighs not more than a pound. Like it's exceptionally light, and you can't actually see that it looks full.
Oh dear. If I had the magical stamina to cast Detect Magic today more than once, I would do it. I'm curious to know.
Is it?
I have the self-control not to.
I really want to touch it.
You're in a separate cart. Or no,
I'm
you're
not.
on a
I'm
horse. You're not gonna just walk. Are you gonna ride up to the prince and princess and just touch their back? Okay,
Just poke
creep.
it. No, I'm not.
Okay, creep.
Was tempted, but not.
Okay. But yeah, this is just going to be kind of a boring ride, it seems, because afternoon is starting to stretch high, and you can see the edge of the kingdom. Not the kingdom itself, but like the castle gates and whatnot. But you guys have quite a trek, the prince and princess tell you, because you guys are headed through the mountain range along Blana, in which you're going to be losing your wagons, and moving along those mountains into Shoal.
Okay.
Can I take a history check on anything I might have read during my travels about Shoal?
I can tell you without a history check that anything about Shoal is basically contradictory.
Okay.
Because
Now,
everyone
are
has their own
we-
ideas what it is.
Is it safe to assume that we are traveling along this river right now, and then at some point we'll just diverge from it into the mountain range?
No. So if you guys look at the stream real fast.
Let's see.
So I can give you
I
kind
didn't pull up the stream, but I can listen and follow.
So you guys are starting up here. I'm waiting to make sure everyone can see where my mouse is circling.
I don't see
Alright.
where the map is yet.
Hold on.
I see it.
Yeah, I might as well pull up this twit.
It is not working for me. Hang on. I
I'm
just
gonna log in first of all.
Okay. I see.
Okay, I'm waiting for Corey now. I'm just gonna keep doing my circles.
Yeah, give me a sec. Yeah, I'm logging in so I don't have to watch advertisements.
Make more circles.
Okay, I'm in.
Do you see where I'm circling?
Yep.
Okay. So, you guys will be going from, this is where the kingdom is, so the castle itself. You're going to be going down along this way and up through here. And potentially to here.
Right to catch up. There we go.
And they explain this all to you. They kind of path along the excursion and show you the route that they're planning on taking.
Okay.
Okay?
So do that one more time.
You guys are here,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to go along this and along up here.
That's why there's more monsters. Mountain range.
that's a long travel. Like,
Maybe there'll be bandits. I hope there are bandits.
I don't know. I just feel like it would be easier to cross this lake.
What lake?
The
I
lake.
think you mean
right,
the bay.
The bay. Excuse me. Yeah.
Do you want to ask them about that?
The
Yeah.
inlet,
Can I?
whatever
Yeah,
it's called.
you can.
I'll like pull out. I'll pull out my map and show them as like if like at this bay right here. I think it would take us a lot shorter time if we just get right here to the southern part of it and just travel up to the northern part of it. Not through the lake or bay essentially, but like around its coast.
And see, here's the problem with that. Like, we consider that we did it is a shorter distance. We probably would run into less trouble, but we'd run into other trouble. See, we really don't want to explain to Lena why we're, kind of going through their territory and what we're up to.
So we're gonna do it out of their way.
Exactly. We're trying to avoid questions.
I'm gonna make
It
an
sounds
insight.
kind of shady, and I like it.
Yeah,
That's going to be a bit difficult
rolling
with how many of
insight.
us there are.
Wait, what'd you say, Shambles?
I just went,
Okay.
So you're rolling insight?
And I said it's going to be difficult considering how many of us there are.
Yeah.
It's going to be exceptionally difficult, but
also
imagine
rolling insight, by the way.
imagine what the royals over in Belina would think if they saw a veritable army just go
War.
marching along their lines.
I can't imagine they'd like it.
Yes, exactly, and
Uh-oh.
we would rather not.
That
Well,
is
I mean,
a solid question. Are we flying
We just
royal colors?
lost Lita, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking, this is a very large group for someone's first session. Lita is pretty overwhelmed by the number of folks, so we are going to be dropping Lowen off in one of the first towns we come across and continuing without Lita.
Oh,
Alright.
Shame.
Well,
It's understandable, though.
yeah. This is probably one of the biggest groups I've played with.
Yeah, it's a big group, and Corey
We're
tends
very
to
rambunctious.
dominate. I love you, Corey.
yeah.
It's not just Corey, actually. There's a
Oh, yeah.
there's a couple of very dominant personalities in this group, and
I'm sorry, I apologize.
it's okay. No, it's just for someone who it's their first time, it's a little bit overwhelming again.
Yeah.
So Lita is going to be backing out.
All right. Oh, that's a shame.
Okay.
Well, like I said, I've been thinking about making a campaign, so I can make a smaller one for my first go, and we can do something like that if Lita's still interested in playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lita still wants to use Lowen sometime because
Okay.
she really likes him or likes her. Sorry, god damn it. It's because she keeps saying Lowen is Batman that I keep getting tripped up.
Well,
Um,
if you want to let Lita know, I'll come up with a smaller campaign. So
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I'll let her know about that.
Okay.
okay. But yeah, you asked if they're okay. So a couple people rolled insight. Are you trying to see if they're lying to you guys about why they're doing this?
Oh, wait.
No,
If we're
pretty
going
much.
inside.
Lying and like see if they're like hiding, like withholding
Hiding
information.
something, yeah.
If we're rolling insight, 19. So Milo's just listening.
As the president, I'm perfectly okay with being lied to at the moment.
You guys can tell that they don't seem to be lying to you, but they do seem to be hiding something from you.
Are you sure that's the only reason there?
Well, there's just think about it. If you were, would you want a foreign army or a foreign caravan of highly skilled individuals?
I think it would be more sketchy for them the way we're going, because if you look at the way we're going, we're gonna be in their land a lot longer.
Oh, but we're avoiding contact with them because it is less inhabited along the mountain range.
Hang on, hang on. But don't countries like this normally have spies that patrol their borders? And that was a persuasion check.
Okay. And he
I got a
pauses.
23 on.
And he pauses and says, "This is true, but the mountains are sort of no man's land. So
Technically outside the borders?
technically yes. We'll be completely safe."
Well, should anything do happen and we wind up getting in trouble, I would rather insist that you two take full responsibility for this to
Oh,
avoid
obviously.
as much trouble for everyone else as possible.
Well, this is a royal expedition. Technically.
I thought we were all mercenaries.
Well, you guys are not mercenaries. It seems a little harsh, but you are working for us.
Hired
That's a solid point.
capability.
I haven't been paid. Okay.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I'm so sorry. We completely forgot to pay you.
What?
My
Oh, what?
apologies.
Wait a minute, what? I wasn't even being sarcastic, but yeah, sure. I'm not a pauper. Let's go.
They they tell you that when the cart stop, they will give you your pay. They inform you that it is 2 platinum pieces.
What?
Yeah.
That is the down payment. I'm sorry. We'll give you the other 2 platinum when we return home.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're paying us a shit ton.
Huh?
Give him a
Like-
minute.
Yeah, don't process
His
that.
brain broke.
Like,
Great,
okay,
we
so
broke Alan.
a platinum, as in like the things that I could buy the dopest magic books with,
Yes.
like
But,
the form
let's
of currency that like the aristocrats that put bounties on my head use.
Yes.
Yes.
Like
2 of them.
They're real
2 of them.
platinum,
later.
okay?
I'm gonna. Damn it! I was gonna do something, but then I thought of Alan, and I'm like, you'll probably snatch those. Never mind. I was just gonna show him. I was like, these.
I'm okay with this. It's okay, bud. I don't have mage hand.
I know. Damn it.
So yes, 2 platinum down payment and 2 when we return home, and that is the plan. Also, someone asked, you guys are not actually striking out in the royal colors.
Ah.
What are we
That's,
striking out in?
Well, everyone just seems to be kind of like coordinating with their band or the whatever they came in to begin with.
So, Milo's looking over this big caravan, noticing that each group has kind of their own colors they're wearing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at how this is set up, when do we all split up to make it not look like a huge group?
Well, we're not planning on splitting up. We're hoping that we can all stay together. It's a little dangerous out there. We don't want anyone, getting picked off.
my general instincts are telling me that there's a lot of people, and I'm assuming since they're not the ones guarding you specifically, they're cannon fodder.
We don't like
something
to
very,
refer
very big.
to them like that. That's a little
The
weird.
PC title for them is Red Shirt.
Like, you
Long
said
and cross.
monsters, we got a lot of people here, we're the only ones that are specifically guarding you, and we haven't been taking ships. So, I'm not well learned, but I'm not stupid.
See, our concern is more that we're concerned that we might need a little bit more muscle to get through certain areas. And we need a dedicated group just to keep an eye on us.
Yeah, something tells me that you two are gonna need an eye on you at all times.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you handle that.
Well, I'm glad someone's so eager to volunteer.
I volunteer as tribute.
Not as tribute. I ain't dying for nobody.
All right, so
I
let's see. I'm just looking over the map again. Just Milo's actually looking over his own map now, kind of going over the route that the twins described.
Not
They're not
twins.
One of them did,
sibling.
right?
Yeah,
One
they
of them
well,
did.
they both
Well-
described to you, the siblings.
Well,
In
all right,
unison.
they look very similar though, so it's a fair assumption.
They look very
Well,
similar,
They all look
and
the same.
they look very similar, and they're doing the sort of twin talk that you're familiar with from twins, but they are
Yeah.
not twins.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, then the siblings showed us then.
Mhm.
And actually, last session, since I mentioned Milo's from Blena, is there anything he would know in particular about the route they're taking that they might need to know?
Just that you could agree that this is kind of no man's land. There's not very settlement words. There are not many settlements along this ridge, and even the people who do live out here tend to be thought of as kind of crazy.
Is it? Are there things that live in those mountains? Is that why?
Oh yes.
Yeah. All right. Well,
As a monster hunter, you would be well aware that Cinder's worshippers kind of tend to prefer this area. So you
and
will
honestly, so Milo would actually chime in. And honestly, traveling through near those mountains, I'd be less worried about Blena and more worried about cultists we might run into up there.
see, yes, that's exactly it, and that's why we have all of you.
Oh, like define
Cinders.
Oh, okay. So see, this is a very happy turn of events for me.
I'm guessing you're not a fan.
Well, so I do have this pretty little bead in my hair, and that generally, that's Makura is my favorite god, and Cinder is an abomination.
Oh,
Or
then
sorry,
Sindra
maybe not so much an
immediately-
abomination itself, but their followers.
Lysandra immediately perks up at this. Wait. She holds up her own little bead. You too? How? What does this make
Oh,
three now?
okay. So there's this really nice priest when I was going through some dark times, and he took me in and taught me how to read and write. It's a really long story. I'll tell it to you over a bonfire sometime. It's kind of neat. Like that's my whole redemption story, and we'll get to it at some point. Like it's the only reason I haven't been trying to kill Milo, and Milo hasn't been trying to kill me.
Just
He's not wrong.
slight deflation.
I'm trying not to laugh that he described his own life story as a redemption arc.
Oh,
The bard
no,
would be
no, that's
amused.
not my whole life story. We got 15 decades to go through.
Nah, nah. But
Only 15.
I want to try and talk to the prince and princess and get to know them a little bit more on a personal level.
Okay.
Know them.
I will
Um,
listen intently.
Are you doing
So-
this telepathically, or are you?
Nah, we're not that far away from them. So we
Well,
can
there
just
is a
run off.
cart between you guys. Like they're at the front of their cart.
Milo's
Yeah,
just
sure,
Sure.
I guess.
Idle at this point is checking his backpack to see if he actually packed a map. It
So-
turns out he didn't.
Milo would actually then, if Milo would notice that, he would then pass his map over to Vital.
Okay,
Oh, thank you, thank you.
so
No problem.
what really drew
Done.
you to this kind of adventure?
Well, that's a little personal.
Well, I mean, we're all kind of going on your adventure.
I think that it gives us, that we should be told at least something.
I mean,
Okay.
is there a particular reason
Hang
you're
on.
interested?
Well, I just thought, we're here to protect you. Knowing you on
Would
a
make
more
that-
personal level is gonna make that easier. You want us to protect you with everything we have. We want to protect you like that.
Are you trying to persuade these fucks?
Yes.
Yeah, let
God
me just go ahead
damn
and
it.
roll a persuasion.
Are you trying to persuade these fucks? Yes.
I got a 12. Thank God for that plus 11.
Hold on.
Shit. Your fucking modifiers from hell. Anyone else want to jump in the persuasion band?
Nah.
Okay. You see the two of them kind of consider each other and then consider you before they even though it's telepathically, their voices are kind of dropped. They tell you that it has to do with something their mother told them once.
And since we know as general knowledge that there is no queen that we know of, that's probably pretty damn interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And for that reason, it's incredibly private. Not everyone needs to know about our mother.
Fair enough.
I, for one, am obscenely interested, but I will respect your privacy.
You see, she's not so interested in ruling and being a part of all of this hullabaloo, so we do our best to not involve mother in these little things. Yes.
You
But
two don't seem to be too interested in ruling either.
well, in the future, there's we
Gotta get the adventure out of your blood before you.
we have
settle into
time
rule,
to
right?
settle down. Yeah, we have time to settle down, and and the two of them look at each other again. They're like, we're not quite sure which one of us is going to be the one that does that. See, normally it'd be Izo, but if Iz doesn't want it, then we have to come up with an idea and see if maybe I want to do it. And right now, neither one of us want to do it.
Aha! Knew it.
Well, it is a lot.
Well, there's the whole running a whole kingdom. We do better, but with each other. And then you have to do the marrying thing, and then there's all the politics.
Marrying?
We would just rather not. So for the time being, we're doing our last little hurrah before it's obscene for us to be out like this. We're going on an adventure. And what an adventure.
You picked the biggest one you could.
The
Well,
last possible hurrah forever.
This is great.
Go
This
big
is
or go
100%
home.
great.
I mean, hey, if this goes well, pretty much
We
all
get
of
to
us
see
are going
a
to wind up
part
in
of the
history
world that
books.
no one else has ever got to see. This is lit.
exactly. See, you're getting into it.
I was into it from the beginning.
And I could live with being I could live with being a note in a history book.
It would give me a lot of stories.
Well, and
Vital just kind of nervously laughs.
they do say that Sheol might be full of treasure, and it might be a culture of just insane magic and development. So you might come out with more than just a few platinum pieces. You might be more than a footnote. We don't know. We'll find out when we get there.
Well,
You
in
have
true
my
halfling
interest.
fashion, there's only one way to find out.
Now you have my attention.
We're hoping that we can keep your attention the entire way through. Please.
Oh no,
Please.
you'll have it. I promise. No difficulties there.
Not just on my brother.
Okay, Alan is going to sheepishly look at his feet and realize exactly how forward he was being and not talk at all. Like he's done. He got called out. He's done. Like you could notice that like the blood seems to be like whatever not moving blood actually seems to be sinking away from his face, and his cheeks turn visibly blue.
Are you okay? You look like you need to see it would be a necromancer in this case, right? Necromancer,
You'll
a
be fine.
necromancer.
Oh no, I am one. I'm just.
Okay.
I'm just. I don't need to talk anymore. It's okay. I'm just
Well-
gonna stay over in this corner. Just leave. I want to be left alone
Just
right
go
now.
go sit in the corner of rejection shame.
I'm
It's
gonna
okay.
brood.
And
gonna-
Gliss starts performing on her harp again.
Is it sad violins?
No.
God damn it! Why not?
It is not.
Gliss is trying to distract from your
Shame.
embarrassment.
And maybe catch the attention of a certain princess.
And it is a very good song, but while the siblings are looking ahead and talking amongst themselves, and very quietly, you notice that Izo keeps giving you glances.
Who, me?
Gliss, yes, Izo keeps glancing back at you
Why does he keep glancing at me?
because you're trying to get his sister's attention.
He doesn't know that.
He might. The sister caught on.
Yeah, except that I haven't fucking blatantly flirted like the entire time.
Hey, look,
I've been-
Alan doesn't understand what's happening right now. He just caught feels. All right, he spent most of his life running for his life. He doesn't know what feelings are. All right.
Well, the brother might have caught on to the fact that most birds court by singing.
Halfling's got a point.
They might have higher
Lady-o.
perception checks than the rest of you.
Play Neo.
I didn't hear you roll.
You don't have to hear me
I
roll.
didn't hear you roll, Friday.
Oh, do you want me to roll?
She's
Yeah.
the GM. She doesn't have to roll.
Their
Also,
modifiers
re-
might be higher than your roll.
Remember that they have passive perception.
Yeah, passive
don't
perception is a thing, and it could be pretty high.
Y'all keep going. I'm gonna be right back. Just gotta grab a drink.
Okay, we can wait a moment.
I need to start just using my passive perception. That's 18.
Well, passive perception is a DM tool.
Yes.
Like
Fair
we don't do anything with it. Friday does things with it to determine or to
If we
predetermine
notice
if
something.
there's something in the room that we would see without actively looking for it.
Yep.
She's
fair enough.
back in the atmosphere with drops of Jupiter in her hair.
Oh my god.
She acts like
Hello.
summer and she walks like rain. Reminds me that there's time to change.
I'm gonna go grab something to drink. I'll be
Good
right back.
idea.
No, it's okay.
Can you
I'm
get
not
me some
actually
soda
saying
too?
that. I was joking.
Well, Corey's
um,
grabbing something to drink, so if you guys need anything.
But with the conversation having kind of died down among the group, Milo will have just started turning his attention outward, basically just keeping an eye out. Old habits. You know?
Hmm.
Alvin adjusts his eye patch to the other eye.
So you don't need the eye patch.
Oh no, I don't.
I
wear it 'cause
kinda-
it's cool.
I was gonna say I wanted to do a perception to see if my character noticed that, but I guess we're just noticing it.
Oh yeah, no, like it just makes me feel a little bit more menacing.
So, Vidal. Vital.
Yes.
What
I'm
made
assuming
you-
this entire time he's been looking at the map still, or just listening passively to the conversations. So,
What made you want to accept this?
I have a friend who was very, very insistent that I take this opportunity, and my friend is usually very good advice, so I went ahead and decided to accept. Hold on. Thank you for adding that at me.
What kind of friend?
Hold on a second. I'm distracted by the sunburn. It's
No!
completely wiped my brain of everything I
is
could have
wrong with you
possibly
guys?
fucking said.
So, why'd your friend take the job, and why didn't your friend take the job?
Oh, he can't be here in. Sorry, I'm still distracted by the sun.
That's why I have everything on the roll room and I'm staying there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Same.
back to the roll room. The nipples.
Nipples too strong?
Yes. My friend has difficulty being here in person, so I'm sort of his representative.
Hmm.
Huh.
Sorry, hold on. Um, Shit, sorry, I'm not sure exactly how much my character would be willing to say about this, really.
It is up to you.
Okay, I'm back.
So,
I'm sorry.
Yep,
Mr.
welcome back.
Monster Hunter, why are you here?
Well, to be quite honest, I've seen most everywhere else. So, why not?
Eh,
Fair.
solid point. Solid. I cannot say my motivations are much different. With the exception that there's so much more to see.
There's a whole world out there.
There might be other worlds out there. I don't know. I'm not gonna die until I see it all.
So you guys kind of spend the day intermittently chatting and getting to know one another. The prince and princess are quiet the rest of the day. If you guys tried to engage them in conversation, they kind of give you one-off answers and wave you away. In polite terms, they seem preoccupied with something. And it isn't long before you hit a town. And you guys do not actually get to stay in the town. You see a couple of the groups go into town, lower, less skilled groups, and the prince and princess are part of the circle of folk that just kind of make up a giant ring outside of town. And before long, a bonfire is built and food begins cooking, and they look a little confused by everything going on, but no less excited. And Peter is snoring.
And while everything's going on, can I take a performance check to use control flames to kind of put on a fire show at the bonfire?
Sure.
Yay.
I'm assuming that we have stopped for the night and are resting.
Yes. That is a thing that is
Okay.
happening.
How far?
I think I'm. Go ahead.
23.
Nice.
How
You-
far on the map have we gotten so far?
You
in this
guys
travel?
are about a day from the mountains, so you'll probably hit them tomorrow.
Okay.
I think Ramen's gonna use this time to kind of wander around the encampment to see what this company has to offer.
And actually, since Vital's been checking out Milo's map, I would like to mention Milo's copy of the map actually has little notes all over it.
In that case, he's probably memorizing what those notes are.
Because it's things like little towns. He puts a note there of something important, or that sort of thing. He's got little
Kill
details
Pit
all
here.
over it. No, he hasn't actually listed off anything that he's like hunted, like any jobs he's done on that map. It's
One,
mostly just
one
little-
town has a name and a phone number with a heart next to it.
I'm gonna assume that he
Possibly.
would like this map back.
He would, yes, but he's okay with sharing it. But he will want it back. But it's basically got like how towns will have like that little thing that most people don't know about it.
Right.
That's what he's got notes of, that sort of stuff.
Right. So I'm gonna assume, Vital's been taking note of those notes. So if there's
And-
anything in particular I should know, just give me a heads up at some point.
Yeah, same here. Actually, it's basically anything like if it gets brought up, because Milo's been everywhere. His job takes him everywhere. So,
Okay. And Corey, you said you wanted to go out and look around, kind of get an idea of
Yes.
the camp, or are you looking for in specific here, my dude?
I don't think that I'm necessarily like trying to fish anyone out. I think Ramen's just kind of like assessing their strength. You know, if and also if people need not help, but like if there is something that he may be able to assist slightly in.
Roll perception.
15.
Um, everyone seems pretty settled. You see that a couple people need help putting up tents for the most part, but no one seems really in need of any other sort of help. And everyone's kind of coming together and kind of doing that because there are groups built up here. You do see some familiar faces. However,
Oh, do I?
well, some of them are a little familiar. One of them is more familiar to you because of the strange scars that look fairly recent.
Oh
It's
boy.
the barbecue paladin.
Ah,
The lightning paladin.
I see.
You see.
Who
Does he
knew
s-
you could
does
cook
he
meat with
still-
electricity?
Does he still smell like bacon?
He does not smell like bacon. And he kind of gives Ramen a glance before he very pointedly is not looking your way at all.
That's fine. Again, Ramen apologizes to no man.
Actually, you know what? I think I have a journal. No, I don't have a journal. Oh, no, I have parchment. Okay, I'm gonna make a copy of the map, or best as I can without having forgery tools or whatever. Just a general copy,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna give that back to Milo. Thank you
So-
so much for letting me borrow this.
Not a problem. And Milo puts his map away. And then he actually gets out of the cart to at least just stretch his legs.
There's plenty of places you can go wander. It is a big area. And when I say that the wagons have made a circle, I mean that the wagons are on the outside of the circle, kind of shielding everyone in the middle, like old caravans used to do.
Like how they called it circling the wagons.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What Milo would end up doing is he'd eventually walk the entire circuit of the wagons on the inside,
Mm-hmm.
and then slip out and go around the outside. But when he goes around the outside, he's actually looking outward.
Okay.
So he's, again, old habits. Because nighttime is when he does most of his work.
It makes sense. There's a fair amount of work to be done here. Not right now, of course, but
Obviously.
yeah.
But it never hurts to keep your guard up.
No, of course.
And he is a professional.
He definitely is. The siblings have retired to the fire, away from the bonfire, and they're talking to each other again, very quietly, kind of working something over, and kind of leaving you guys to your own devices for now. But
Sorry. Mom called.
oh, it's fine. A couple of the other guards tell you that there's plans to head out at first light tomorrow, so get to bed as soon as you can, because you guys are gonna be hitting the mountains tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, I thought. Alright, sounds good to me.
And
Take
dinner
you out.
is not as great as it was for you guys last night.
It's camping food.
It's camping food. It's the kind of food you're used to.
Milo was fine by that.
Oof. Well, that's a good reminder that I need to switch my dice over.
I'll eat.
Oh boy.
I really wish these items on this sheet would save.
see if this does any better.
So, are we gonna end up sleeping in shifts, or I'm not used to traveling in groups. I don't know how this works.
Yeah, Ramen's just gonna go into his trance for 4 hours and then spend the remainder of the night awake.
Okay.
Milo will. He might not sleep the entire 8 hours, but he will rest the entire 8 hours.
Better.
If that makes sense.
Great.
Alan's gonna.
He gets about 6 hours of sleep on average, so.
Oh man, lucky dude. I remember when I used to get 6 hours of sleep.
Alan's gonna go towards the outside of the camp, facing away from the fire, and just kind of like look out into the darkness that he can see perfectly fine in until he falls asleep.
Okay.
Lysandra will
yeah.
be sleeping nearish to the royalty.
In case they need a guard in the night.
Yeah, in case something happens.
And I assume that Vital's going to spend some time awake just jotting things down on parchment, like notes about the day. And then he's probably going to find what might seem like the coziest place to bed down.
Okay.
Milo, before he went to bed, would have probably put some notes in an actual journal of his own that he actually has.
Nice. I should have brought a journal. Why didn't I get a journal? God damn it.
What about you, Shannon?
I have no idea what just happened because I kept getting distracted by my husband.
Oh my.
We're
Yeah,
trying to
I
figure
know.
out
He's just
what we're
standing
doing
there
for
doing
the,
a sexy dance, and it's like, no, I'm kidding. He's getting ready to go over to a hotel for the night to build up points for our Southwest card.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, what are we doing?
We are camping for the night. We have stopped and got everything set up, and we are just kind of doing our own thing. Trying to, wandering around, resting, deciding shifts, stuff like that.
Okay, I'm focusing on the memory that I had earlier and seeing if I can pull anything else forward.
Shannon,
Someone get this girl a void fish.
do you want me to be saying your memories out loud, or do you want me to be keeping them private for you?
Private.
Okay. So you're focusing on that, trying to pull more out of that?
Yes.
Okay, give me a
Do you want
moment.
me to roll?
Yes.
What am I rolling?
Let's go with wisdom.
Fuck, man. Every time there's a fucking wisdom roll. It doesn't matter what game. +3. That's not a 3. That's a number sign. Come
Plus
on,
all
baby.
the numbers.
Okay. So everybody, big money, no whammy. Because I never do good on this roll, so everybody cross their fingers for me.
A skadoosh!
Oh my god!
And that's the power of the skadoosh.
One
Okay.
skadoosh later.
You're just focusing on this memory, right? You're just trying to make it more clear? This one in particular?
Yes.
Typing.
Thank you for the skadoosh. Thank you for the skadoosh.
Yes.
Yep. Nat 20 with a +3. Steven came over, he's like, Nat 20? I'm like, yep.
Alright.
All right.
Hold on, guys. I gotta...
While you're doing that, I gotta mute myself real quick.
Okay.
What?
Just kind of message me when you're done.
Okay.
I think he's playing PUBG on Ultra.
I hope he's not. I will actually throw something at him. But hold on, I have to black the screen out for a second so I can type this out to Shannon.
No, god damn it.
This is cool. I like how you did that.
That way no one can see anything.
Not even the people watching the stream. Hi, kids!
You'll never know what was said, guys.
It is a mystery.
It is a mystery.
Oh,
Well,
hey,
knowing
Nipples.
Friday, y'all can't know what the fuck my character's memories are until later. Because knowing her... Because I don't even know what my memories are until...
Later.
And knowing
Yeah.
Friday, they're probably going to be devastating and awful and, like, be, like, a big plot point later on in the story.
I just got fucking memed with
You
presidents.
got memed?
I
Oh,
got presidentially memed in the background.
They said that to the wrong person, my bad.
It was a drive-by memeing.
Okay, explanation. I send one of my friends, the only thing that we send each other back and forth are loss memes.
So I just got the president version of Lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nowhere with no context.
Friday, do
Thanks.
you have enough memes to share with the entire class?
Here, let me put that in general.
Yay.
Tell me! Tell me!
The
Friday, I'm waiting over here, like, really anxious.
I'm typing it up, don't worry.
No, you're gonna make me yawn.
I wasn't yawning, I was singing, I swear.
Uh-huh.
Wookiee singing.
That was a yawn.
That was definitely a sing.
No,
What?
me yawning.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if
I
if you
yawned.
managed to pass my deception roll the first time, the second one was actually truthful. I want Pop-Tarts. I'm going to take this opportunity to get Pop-Tarts.
Okay.
Okay. These flour tortillas are kind of shitty.
Okay.
I can run my head out.
I'm gonna hurt myself.
I can say anything.
And I'm here.
Crazy. You know you'll catch me right before I hit the ground. With nothing but a t-shirt on. Never felt so beautiful, baby, as I do now. Now that I'm with you.
I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick.
It's a
Okay.
good time for a break, my dudes.
Yeah, because it's going to take a minute.
Alrighty. I guess
I have to
will
stay
be
because
back
I'm
in
waiting.
a couple minutes.
Da 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 da
Never mind.
da 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 da. What's wrong?
Huh? Oh, bathroom's occupied.
The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake.
Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for?
Under the sea.
See, you're singing this, but all I can think is the parody version of it, where Ariel's singing "Thank You, BP" about the oil spill.
Yeah.
And all her friends are dead now, and her whale friends are being cut into sushi, and
Oh my
that's
god.
what I think of when you sing that. Because more
I'm
often than
gonna-
not, the parody is the first thing that comes to my mind rather than the actual.
Cause darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
Oh
Oh, yep, it was devastating.
no! till everybody gets back.
I'm here.
And in the morning, regrets her decision to focus on that memory.
Oh no, she's regretting it already.
Who what?
Are we good?
Is everybody back? No, we're still waiting on Milo and
Let me go check rush situation.
All day, out in the sun, they stayed away. I'm stuck in my head now. I shouldn't have started it.
You're welcome.
Nope. I'm on Little Mermaid right now. Nope. You will not get me. It's not happening.
Oh my god.
what?
Cute puppy. Let me give you this so you don't get too mad at me for what I sent you.
I'm not mad at you. Why would I be mad at you?
Oh
I
my
asked-
god.
I asked you to write out my character's fucking backstory. I asked you to do that. If I had expected anything less than emotionally devastating, then you should kick me out of the group like right fucking now.
I can't wait for you to find everything out.
Oh no, I'm so excited and devastated and worried.
That is an awful mix of emotions to feel.
It's a wonderful mix of emotions. I'm one of those people that watches like dog movies just to see themselves cry. Because you know that the dog dies at the end of the movie. You know
Yep.
the dog dies at the end of the movie. But you watch it anyway because you want to cry.
I'm
That's
back.
why. Welcome back. Where's your husband?
Hello.
Hello.
I haven't gone anywhere.
Oh, I thought you were gone.
Nope, I've just been quiet.
Okay, so now we're just waiting for
Deebs.
Vital to get back.
I'm never more devastated. Like, male main character, awesome. Female main character, awesome. Children, awesome. Dog, no, it's too far.
There's only one movie, in my opinion, that has ever gotten away with it, and that was John Wick.
I'm back.
Okay.
Wait, a
so
dog
now
dies
that
in
you guys
John
are all
Wick?
Yeah,
back,
but it's totally fucking justified.
Is it like a
Okay.
companion dog, or is it like a hostile dog?
It's John Wick's pet dog.
Oh, no.
You don't
To
mess
put
with
it
that.
as plainly as I can, without spoiling it, it's really fucking important. Like, that
Okay.
dog is super important.
okay, so while Gliss has focused on this and this memory, after a few minutes, she kind of seems down and kind of just gets up and moves to the edge of the group to kind of be by herself, to kind of get away from the chaotic sounds of the caravan groups.
She like goes towards the outside. Which side of the outside?
I don't know, the fucking outside of the group, dude. Like
So
where
it's gonna
there's
be
less people. Where there's less people, she goes off by herself.
Of people on the outside with Milo, Alan, and now Bliss.
In separate outside areas.
Yes.
Just to make
It's like
it
the
super
people hiding in the
convenient.
dark corners. All corners are occupied except for one.
Well, it's a circle?
Yeah, so there's no corners. So like I said, it's a Triforce.
The cardinal directions?
They're just trying to get away from each other. They're just like, nope, I can't deal with this.
No, I'm an angsty teenager. I'm going out.
Hey, now Milo has a good reason. He's actually just making sure nothing's sneaking up.
She's while she's sitting by herself, she's playing with the locket that nobody noticed earlier.
Great.
The locket that doesn't open.
Yep.
Oh my.
I'm gonna worry about fixing that later. Okay, I'm back.
Okay. So yeah, so that just happened. You just lost a party member briefly. Um, anything else?
I'm just
I
yeah,
think I'm good.
I'm gonna hang
Alice,
out here for the night.
all Sandra's been doing until she heads to bed is drawing in her little sketchbook.
Okay.
Like, I feel that normally Alan would hover over the siblings, but he's been thoroughly emasculated, so
Oh, shit.
he's being edgy right now.
I just had a thought.
What?
Oh no.
No, no, no.
I'm afraid I've been thinking. A dangerous pastime I know.
Lysandra's drawing?
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna say that Vital notices that, scoots over, like, oh, did you draw that?
Oh my god. You're gonna do the thing you hate that everybody does.
Oh god.
The hypocrisy is thick here.
Now you know how it feels.
You cut it with a knife.
Wow.
I love it.
Sandra just nods and keeps sketching. It's just like general drawing of like the surrounding area. Nothing too fancy.
It's really good. Can you draw people?
Oh, draw me! Draw me!
Draw me!
Maybe once I finish the sketch.
Telepathically, why is Penis Guy yelling for someone to draw him?
Penis, 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 penis.
From somewhere around the outside of the circle, you just hear Milo.
And as always, when this pops up, Vital just covers his bracelet with his hand.
And
Whenever it happens, that's his automatic reaction, just cover it.
Bliss doesn't react like at all and just kind of stays up against a tree and by herself.
The siblings do react, and you see them kind of shuffle with a moment before they, roll. Who wants to roll perception?
I'm being edgy. I guess I can't see them.
Okay.
And Milo's
Sandra's
outside the.
absolutely distracted.
Okay.
And Milo's outside the ring of wagons.
Yeah, Vital's too
so
busy
Bliss.
watching Lysandra
Fucking-
draw.
Nobody can roll a perception check.
Well, you guys missed that one. Okay.
We're all distracted.
Moving along.
Good job, party.
I mean, at least time there's a reason
Hello?
other than we forgot.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hi, Corey.
Hello? Am I heard?
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you
All right.
have something to say?
Internet? No, I just missed literally everything you said.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Izo and
I-
Eddie got up,
I
started
went
shuffling.
I went from Milo going, ha! And then nothing.
Oops.
Alright,
Sorry.
you should probably repeat yourself then, Friday.
So all the jokes going around, you see the siblings kind of pause for a moment as they're hearing all of this, because again, you guys are doing this telepathically, and are you in any position to roll perception? Because
Yes, I am.
Of course.
Do it for the
Yes.
team.
Big money,
Yes,
no
I
whammy.
am. That is not what I wanted to copy and paste.
I'm
Skadoosh.
crossing all of my fingers and a couple of my toes for you.
All right, here it goes. Are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Skadoosh!
Yes.
Good shit.
The power of Skadoosh.
Well, Ramen, you see them mess with their hair along where their ears are. And with your keen eyes, you can see that the firelight glints off something in their ears. Before,
Is it-
you hadn't seen a Mage Stone bracelet. And now,
They have stone earrings.
They're wearing Mage Stone earrings.
mm-hmm.
That's
Kind of
rad.
cool.
pretty nifty.
And they look very small and discreet, like they're trying to not, like, show these off.
Okay.
But now at least you know where their mage stone is.
Okay.
It's not their underwear.
Darn it!
I was so sure.
I was so sure.
Did he see their ears? Are they pointed?
He saw the bottom earlobe.
AJ!
Are the bottom earlobes pointed? Like the
Um,
opposite of an elf?
the bottom earlobes are not pointed. No.
All right,
So they're
look
not
for,
opposite.
No
for,
bizarre
for
elves.
hold on for Shannon's peace of mind. Friday, what are the ears?
They seem rounded.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, let me correct that. They don't seem rounded, they are rounded. They are not pointed ears.
They're not half elves, and they're not elves.
Or they're disguised. Your lying eyes.
My eyes never lie. I have elven eyes.
Yep. Well, you couldn't tell that they're bugbears, so.
Oh yeah,
Impressively.
God.
I
Ramen- Ramen is a half or is an elf. Like I keep picturing him as Explosion Man from Avatar. Like
It's Sparky Boom Man.
yeah,
Oh my god.
You know, I don't think that name's gonna help.
Okay, continuing. But you see them fiddle with this earring, and then they go back to whatever they're doing over there. Which, with your perception check, you can see that they're going over what looks to be maps and paperwork.
they're turning off their.
Are they talking at all?
Very quietly.
Can I hear what they're saying?
You are a distance away.
With my 23?
With your 23, you can see a glint of an earring and the paperwork. You cannot hear them. They are talking very quietly.
So it doesn't transfer to the mage stone at all?
Nope.
They muted us.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I guess I'll meander over there and see what they're getting into.
Okay. As you get closer, they kind of shuffle their papers so that it's less visible what they're doing.
I kind of like wave them off and sit down. I don't care about any of that. Just tell me where to go and I'm good.
Oh, we can definitely do that. We're more comfortable telling you where you need to go, but do you mind perhaps? This is a
No, not at all. Please continue.
The balls.
Ain't God good?
Oh God.
At this point, both siblings, paranoid that people are flirting with the other, wonder
Then I'll have a new
which
threat.
one is Ramen flirting with.
Yes.
Not.
As in, that is which. Yes.
Not at all. Actually.
you see them both like stop mid word and stare at you open mouth for a second. Before Izo leans forward and asks you if you like riddles.
Riddles? I like riddles.
Okay. They're going to ask you a riddle. Okay?
And the solution to it is fuck off.
And if you don't get the answer right, you need to go back with the rest of the group.
Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Brain of Google.
Don't you
No,
Google.
No. Just this.
Just what?
It's in the general chat.
Oh god, hold on, let me get my phone. I'm scared.
It's clean.
I'm still not pulling up on the.
It's weak.
God damn it! Shut up. Okay.
Okay.
If you can't guess it, you need to go join the others. Because
Okay.
this was a private conversation.
Okay.
It's an A and B conversation. See your way out of it.
You're being incredibly rude, but if we do like curiosity, If you can answer it correctly, however, we will let you stay.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
Now, Corey, if you Google, I will actually murder you. Do you understand?
I will not Google.
I am
Or
going.
Bing or anything else.
I am going to type this up, and I'm going to say it out loud too, so that you can hear it and see it.
Okay.
Okay. So, they say, iron roof and glass walls. I burn and I burn, but I never fall. What am I?
Iron roof,
Oh, I
glass
think I
wall.
know.
Same.
I burn, and I never fall.
I think I know what the answer is.
Mm-hmm.
Iron roof, glass walls. I burn, and I never fall. Huh. Shit, can I... No hints, huh? No
I
hints.
do
No.
know. I know what it is.
No hints.
I know.
No hints. You just have to sit there and figure it out. If you can't, you need to go back to the others.
Okay, Friday, I want to ask a question outside of game knowledge.
Okay.
Okay. With my perception check of them previously, is it safe to assume that whatever they did with their earpieces, they have muted us?
Yes.
Okay. As I am sitting there, repeating this, appearing to think about the riddle, I'm going to telepathically say what I am saying, and see if I can get anybody to help me.
Who asked you?
Okay, so you are you're repeating the riddle over fucking.
Telepath.
He's trying
Yeah.
to cheat.
Can you actually repeat the riddle? I think I did.
Iron,
Iron
roof,
roof.
glass walls. I burn and I burn, but I never fall.
It's a lantern.
It's a lantern.
Lantern.
I'm gonna seem to think about it a little more, and then I'm going to say, is it a lantern?
It's a very complicated emotion on their face.
Because they just got outsmarted by the party.
Well, because they look excited that you got the riddle. They look pleased that you got it, but at the same hand, they're not exactly happy because they did want you to go away.
I'm just gonna kind of like lay down and prop myself up on an elbow in front of the fire.
Why were you asking?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, what's up?
No, it's fine.
Well, now I'm curious.
Yeah, same.
Where are you?
Alan's gonna get up and start.
And
like,
now Vital's
look
looking
inside
around
the ring.
looking
Yeah.
around trying to find him.
Cassandra's already kind of, sort of.
Guys,
cautious.
stop! I'm trying to get information out of the siblings, please.
Oh,
Okay, now he's
that's
really
right.
looking around for what's going on.
Oh my God, Vital!
What would I do in this situation?
Vital, I swear to God, I will burn a spell slot on you.
Oh, he's not coming over, but he's watching.
I give no shits.
Yeah, Alan's watching from the darkness too.
So
Keep
No,
an
it's not
eye
the dark,
out
he's just
on
watching,
the corner.
obviously.
they kind of shift their papers over, trying to make it less likely that you can see what they're doing. It's just a lot of maps and what looks to be like a journal of some sort. And you can see what kind of looks like a letter, but it's real old looking.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ramen, what are they doing?
I need to ask this question out of character. And AJ will know this more than I. AJ, is Mage Hand visible?
Nope.
Okay.
While
Actually, hold up.
Do not steal from the royalty.
No. Because no, that's fine familiar. Damn
Don't
it.
Oh
play
yes,
grab ass with
normal
your royalty.
mage hand is very visible.
Yep.
Arcane trickster's mage hand is not visible.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry about
Never
that.
mind. Never
Yeah,
mind.
that is incredibly visible, and it's literally a huge hand.
That's fine. Never mind then. Okay.
While they're going over their paperwork, you see them take a moment before they start speaking quietly to each other again.
Friday.
They
Friday.
they're talking even lower than they were beforehand. But even with them talking so quietly, you recognize the language as Draconic.
Okay. I won't react in any way, but I would like to pick up what they're saying.
Do you understand Draconic?
I am the only one in this
Yes,
party
he
that understands
does.
Draconic.
Oh shit.
This little asshole.
They have no idea you speak Draconic, do they?
Nope.
They seem to be talking about this letter and trying to correspond locations mentioned in it to something on the map.
Okay.
They're looking for their mom.
No!
I'm literally just going to continue listening until I have gathered enough information.
Okay. They're
Okay,
going to keep
like the
looking
whole-
over at you sometimes.
The whole while, I'm just looking at the fire, just kind of randomly poking at it with a stick.
Robin, what about now? What are you doing?
They're talking.
About
What are they
what?
talking about?
Look, I
Hey.
could just come over there. That's fine too.
Listen,
No respect you here, penis guy.
your highnesses. I don't mean to interrupt you again. There wouldn't be a way to, say, turn off these bracelets, would there? Not that I am not appreciative of them. They are extremely handy.
Don't you fucking turn me off.
They look at you and they seem to look you over before they say no. There's not a way to turn these off.
No sympathy. Hypocrites.
I'm gonna speak.
Corey's voice again.
Hold on. Friday. Is it safe to assume that I have pretty much gathered all information that they've been speaking in Draconic? They're cross-referencing the letter to maps and they're looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
In Draconic, I'm going to tell them that I might be able to help them if they help me.
You're gonna spill your hand.
Ramen Stormcaller has many hands.
Well, he might be down one when this is over.
I think he just lost his whole deck.
So you just want you want to tell the prince and princess you've been eavesdropping on them.
That sounds like a great idea.
You know
Sure
what? Now that
does.
you've said it like that,
We all just
Lord
said
and
it like
Master,
that.
Lord and Master DM, let's just stick with common. You know, like maybe if you help me, I can help you in whatever way.
I mean, it still looks like they're going over something. So,
That's fair. You they glance at you again and they kind of give you this laugh. They're like, listen, we've got this. There's not a way for you to turn off your bracelet. It's necessary for the team to have complete communication.
Give me a second, Friday.
What are you doing?
Ramen, I can see you guys talking. What are you saying?
Okay. How about a riddle?
You see them perk up real fast. Okay.
If I'll ask you a riddle this time, and if you get it, I'll leave it be. No more trouble from me. No more interruptions. But if you get it wrong, you gotta help me out.
What do you mean help you out?
Just tell me how to turn the damn thing off. Do you know
Don't
how
you do it?
annoying it is to hear penis,
Don't you
penis,
do it?
penis over and over and over again?
That was
Penis,
you.
penis,
In your
penis,
own
penis,
voice.
Penis, 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 penis.
Ramen,
If
how
you're
are
having
you talking and saying that Mary at the same time?
if you're
Everyone-
having issues with your party, perhaps you should talk to them, not us.
I mean, if you don't feel confident in your knowledge of riddles, I
Oh, you didn't say
Are we saying
that.
this is draconic? Should we be able
No,
to
no.
hear?
It's
No.
all in common.
He's
Okay.
saying it in common. Oh
Ramen,
no,
what's the difference of fighting?
we're quite capable. Don't you worry.
So how about it then?
And the problem is, there isn't a way to turn it off. So we can't really help you. If you wanted to ask Riddle for something else, however.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll insight to call them on their bluff. And seeing as I already know that they can turn it off, I request advantage.
You don't know that, actually.
Yeah,
You
the only information you have is that they can turn theirs off, and that doesn't necessarily mean we can turn ours off. I don't think that's a
Okay.
good bargaining chip.
Alright. Then how about... Alright, let me roll insight to see if they're lying about being able to turn mine off.
Mm-hmm.
That is not what I wanted to copy and paste, although it is a good meme. Nope. Alright, so can't turn them off. Okay.
I accept this. Oh shit, my voice thing was on.
Or did you? I'm curious what Skyver's figured out. Okay.
He's smarter than all of us.
Now, since we can't help you with the bracelet, is there anything else we can do for you, or are you just gonna go talk to your group?
Maybe what all of this is about. And I gestured to the paperwork.
This is quite private.
Oh, you don't have to give me specifics.
I think we've already given you enough information.
Oh shit. They know.
What is my persuasion? Probably super low.
It's your
Yeah,
charisma.
+3. It's +3. I'm not proficient in it.
Well, too bad I'm not there to help you.
Yeah, well.
And he wouldn't help you because you're being fucking rude.
Ramen. Hey, this guy.
What is it?
I am
Son
being
boy.
as well behaved over here as possible. Tell me what you're talking about.
We're talking about nothing. They're leading me in loops now.
What kind of loops?
No, they've told you that shit is like private and you won't let it go.
They'll tell us when they're ready, or we'll find out on our own.
One way or the other,
You
we'll
know,
probably find
we'll
out.
end up finding out
Shouldn't
when
push
it's
this right now.
Either way, we'll be finding out when it's the most inconvenient for us.
And
worry about
I
it.
don't want it. I don't want it to be inconvenient. That's no. Ramen does not like being caught off guard.
As you're sitting here debating over this, Isa reaches over and pats your shoulder and says, "It's okay. Again, this is just private. We appreciate that you figured out our riddle and you have the right to be here, but we're done for the night. So I think that we're going to go to bed and you can enjoy our spot."
Friday, as soon as he touches me, I'm casting Identify.
Okay.
Ow.
Loud.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I learned what spells,
sorry.
if any, are currently affecting it.
There's other effects to that. And you should read them all.
You choose one object you must touch, blah, blah, blah. If this is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item is created by a spell, you learn what spell created it. Creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it.
Doesn't it take a while?
It takes a minute.
Takes a minute.
It
So-
lasts a minute.
Casting time's a minute.
Are you serious? Identify takes a minute?
Yeah.
He only patted your
Yep.
shoulder. You don't have enough time.
It's casting time 1 minute. Damn, I got hyped for
God.
nothing.
Damn, so did
I thought he was being clever.
I got real
I-
concerned there for a second.
God damn it, 1 minute. Fuck me.
Beautiful.
And the
was
two
so
of them
close.
gather their things and head back to their wagon, which has now been covered, to go to bed.
Now let's see if Ramen stealth rolls pass their sleeping perception.
Ramen, Ramen, don't be that much of a creep.
Let it drop, man.
You're being
Let us
fucking
continue.
weirdest.
So what did y'all talk about?
You gonna relate to the group?
Literally nothing.
I'm gonna roll insight.
Really? We're doing versus each other now?
Apparently.
Damn it, guys.
Okay, let me rephrase. Literally nothing of importance.
Once
Like-
more insight.
Alan, I didn't even get to take a survey.
Oh crap. This is not roll 20. Okay. Buy it.
A lot is going on, monstrosity. A lot is going on.
Okay. Okay.
But
Yep, okay.
Skyber,
That's
if you
fine.
want, you can DM me your thoughts.
oh, while this was all going on, Milo had been still circling around and probably saw Gliss hanging out by herself.
She's been a pretty friendly, outgoing person so far. So.
Yeah, so this is odd behavior. So he's actually gonna check on her.
Aw.
So
Good idea.
it's probably one of those instances of she's sitting there,
She's fiddling
Quiet.
with the necklace.
probably not paying too much attention, and then suddenly just hat. You all right?
Not really.
And Milo, looking her in the face. I know that look. What's up?
Well, I remembered something today.
But not something good.
No, it was wonderful,
Oh?
but I can't remember any of the people.
Hmm.
I knew they were important. They're my family, but I don't know who any of them are. Y'all, this just got serious.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just listening.
Yo, I
Yeah,
can feel
Milo's-
the sadness. This is
Milo's
some
quiet
fucking
for a few
bundle.
moments. Well, that you remember them all probably helps. And it just means that you'll eventually remember them. Remember them properly, but until you do, just focus on what you do remember. Don't worry about what you can't remember yet.
It's been like 4 months, and this is the first real memory that I've had. How long is it gonna take?
Well, probably as long as it takes, as much as I'd hate to say it. But if you're just getting your memories back now, this adventure might be just the thing you need.
And she kind of tilts her head at that. And
Milo. Milo's just. So, instead of worrying about what you can remember, look forward to remembering it later.
okay, thank you.
That was sweet.
It was so cute. Shit.
And Milo just gives a little nod and heads back to the wagons.
All right. Does anyone have any more conversing to run through?
Nah, probably not. Except, no, I'll wait tomorrow for that.
And Milo's gonna start chilling out.
Okay. So yeah, it doesn't. No one seems to be looking to you guys to run on shifts. There seems to be a fair amount of guards running along the edge of this caravan. Enough that you guys can sleep in peace. If you would like to do shifts, you may.
Alan, that is actually pretty accurate.
God damn it.
Lysandra will take a shift at some point, probably closer to the morning.
Okay.
Alan can take the first shift.
Alan doesn't, bleh, I was thinking Alan still. Milo won't really take a shift, but while he's winding down, he'll still keep an eye out.
Yeah, Alan, don't you need like a coffin or something?
No, he's a vampire, not a
Oh,
vampire.
This guy. Look, I prefer the night. I don't have any kind of like
That's
attachment to
racist.
it.
That's just gonna be like her thing.
racist.
Like,
That's just
there are
like,
some people.
that's rude.
That's rude.
That's rude.
No, you're not allowed to say that.
Yes, I am.
Not allowed.
That's rude. I was in that campaign, Mr. I Quit Everything.
Oh.
Called it out.
Oh.
Is it really nighttime, or is that all the shade that you just threw?
I love you, Corey.
Anyway,
How many campaigns have we lost?
Like 6.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, it was like 2.
It's been more than that for me.
Well, I mean,
anyway.
Continuing on.
All right. We all figured out what we're doing.
Yep. I
Yeah,
think
we're
so.
just waiting for the next day.
Hold on.
unless Friday's gonna let us do the thing.
Ooh, is there an encounter here?
No. In one of the campaigns, Friday let us build up new skills, but it took 30 in-game days to do so.
Oh, do you guys want to do that?
I'm down.
Okay.
I would absolutely love that.
Okay, so rule of thumb, this is just a me thing. This is my DM rule because actually in game to do this, the rules as written are like 250 days and like tons of money. I will let you guys practice a skill and make proficiency in it, or learn a new language or something, so long as you are studying it every night. Here's the catch. If you forget to do it one night,
Start over.
you start over.
It all resets.
Oh.
All right.
And
note section is
with a
for-
party this large, I'm not going to remind you. If I say that we have traveled 2 weeks, that means that you guys have to remember on your own to say, well, I've
Been
studied
practicing.
every night those 2 weeks. I'm not going to remind you.
Okay.
Because
All right.
this is a big bonus. So it is on you to keep your bonus.
I'm debating on what I want to learn.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
learn
practice.
survival.
That's probably a good skill.
I'm gonna practice counting cards in sleight of hand. with my deck of cards.
Okay.
Let's see.
Alright, and I have that, or I'm trying to save that on my sheet, but I cannot.
The best way I found to do it is to put it in your coin purse and then just tick it up every time you do a
Yeah,
night.
I think
That's
I'm
a
gonna
good
be doing
idea.
athletics.
Based on my history, what would be something that I would find interest in learning in Friday? Because I have no idea what to pick.
I will say that it is completely up to you what you feel comfortable learning based on yourself.
I don't know myself.
You're learning, you're relearning yourself, you're discovering yourself. So what does the new you like to do?
Everything she already has.
She can learn more.
I know.
Join
she
me and
doesn't
learn
have-
survival.
She doesn't have any books or anything to learn a new language. So that
Sleight of hand is good for bards
yeah.
because
But
you
I
can use.
already have a +6 in it.
Well, you had a +9 to performance. Like, what's the difference?
Yeah, like sleight of hand, persuasion, intimidation, deception.
I have persuasion. I have proficiency in persuasion.
Who was practicing with the cards?
Alan.
Milo is actually going to practice perception. He's going to pick a card that Alan's using and try to keep track of it.
Okay.
Learn together.
Okay.
Yep.
I want you to know, I'm learning this for a reason. Don't just. I'm down with this. I want to be friends. Just don't ruin my shtick.
I'm gonna try and learn history.
Also,
Ooh, that's a good one.
Well, yeah, because bards are supposed to know that kind of stuff anyway. So
Yeah, I can actually help you with that.
Milo can help with
I
survival.
I have a high history.
I feel like Vital would be going to Milo for that kind of thing too, because he seems to know what's up, so.
Yep.
So the group's all coming together to learn stuff together. I like this.
Meanwhile,
Like Milo's probably going to be. Oh, go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
Okay, I was going to say Milo is probably going to be helping Vital by showing him some of the stuff that's in like the healers kits, and
That's
telling
smart.
him like what sort of plants these are made from. Because that's a good thing to know.
If anybody
And
wants to know
Vital
history-
mentioned that he heals.
Who's breathing into their mic real hard?
I think it might be Shannon. Maybe.
it's not, because it's like 4 fingers away from my mouth.
True.
Well, I know it ain't me.
One May.
Oh,
Well,
it stopped.
Yeah, it's stopped now.
Weird. I
Okay.
was talking.
All right, who's not breathing?
Yeah.
Alan.
Wow, that was dark.
Okay, continuing.
Yeah, and then I think Ramen's just gonna be like practicing his forms with his longsword, practicing with
Wait,
athletics.
Ramen's helping her learn history though too, right?
Yeah,
He can talk and swing his sword.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Also,
All
if
right.
people want to know bird calls and shit like that for survival, Gliss can help with that.
You
I
know,
can see
being
Milo.
a
I can
bird.
see Milo doing that.
I think I'll get it down after enough time trying to say your name.
So next morning,
Next morning. The next morning, you guys notice that you are missing one of your party. Lowen has gone. And there is a definitive spare bracelet set aside.
may I take that for study?
It is with Izo and Edhi.
May I ask them if I can take it for study?
You may inquire.
They're probably going to tell you no because you were rude last night.
So rude.
Could I just tinker with that? I'll give it back. I just wanna take a more looks at it.
On their list of party members they like the most, you're probably not near the top.
Alan
I
will
would like to.
approach it
I
and
would
say
like to
to him,
argue that since we solved the riddle. About to say but I realized it was a team effort. Thank you, Shannon, for being the first to help me.
Um, they look incredibly tired, and not quite aware of things. But when you ask about the bracelet, they look at it real sharply and look at you and pick it up.
Nope.
That's a no.
Yeah, they know you're in trouble.
I
Um,
knew you were trouble when you walked in.
I mean,
Shame
that's pretty
on
much my
me
theme song.
now.
Oh boy.
I don't know what you guys talked about last night, or if you were upset with him, but I'm really interested in that because it's one of the most dope things that I've ever seen in my life, and I'd like to be able to look at it in my hands and not around my wrist if I could. You guys
we
can watch
feel
me while I
like
do it.
you have your own bracelets to look at, and no offense, but we worked really hard on these. It's kind of it's we would rather not someone deconstruct our spells.
That's understandable, I guess. He's like really dejected.
We
I'll forego the rest of my payment if I can research that.
what?
And I will take the persuasion roll if I need to.
You're gonna need to.
I will forego the other 2 platinum pieces promised to me for this expedition if I can research that item.
You're gonna need to try to persuade them.
How's a 22?
Holy shit.
I'm waiting
Friday.
for the sound of Friday's head slamming into her desk.
I'm waiting for the sound of Dyson. No.
Dice. Dice.
They smile at you and they tell you that they understand this is worth a lot to you. They can tell by how much you're willing to give away your future earnings. But they're not going to they're not going to just give away the rest of your payment, considering you haven't earned it yet.
All right. How about we come back to that riddle then?
Before we tangent again, about my payment, the upfront one.
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry that we forgot about that. This is absolutely our bad. And they actually pull out, and you were up closer now. You can see that they adjust the strap and that shoulder pack that was kind of hidden under their jacket. They pull it forward, and they both notice each other doing it and kind of laugh. And then Izo is the one who reaches inside and pulls out 2 platinum coins to hand over to you.
I will gingerly take them.
He just smiles.
Gingerly, and like smile really stupidly for some reason.
Money!
Oh no, I'm not
Hot
greedy.
dude.
That's not what I no.
Hot
No, it's
dude.
probably more just the fact you have money.
No, it's hot dude.
It
It's
I'm
the
okay, I'm just going to take my money. Thank you. I'm going to go over here now.
Okay. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask.
Anyway,
I think I'm good. I'm just going to
If you're sure.
yeah, no, I'm good. 100%.
All right, then. Like fucking sandpaper.
Somebody say that telepathically or out loud, please. Tell me.
I did just say that out loud.
Alan is now sulking.
anyway, how about the riddle we were talking about last night?
We do like riddles.
Solve the riddle, and I won't bother you anymore about it. But if you lose, I'll still let you keep the 2 platinum I've been promised, but I get to have the bracelet.
Repeat that back to us.
If you win, if you solve my riddle, I won't bug you anymore. Don't have to give me the bracelet. I will continue on our merry way. But if you cannot solve the riddle, I will still let you keep the 2 platinum pieces as payment, hopefully to construct another one of these fine equipment. But I get to keep the bracelet.
Deal.
All right. Are you ready for it, Friday? No internet.
You have to type it out to me as well as say it.
All right. Would you like this in Telegram or Discord?
Telegram.
Okay. Here is your riddle, Friday. No internet. The more you take, the more you leave behind.
Oh shit, that's a good one.
That is a good one. I gotta think about this. The more you take, the more you leave behind. It's not.
You get one guess.
Is everyone hearing this?
I mean, they're kind of in the open.
Oh, that.
I hear a lot of keyboard strokes, and I need to know who it's coming
That's
from.
me, you cuck.
I'm just checking.
And me, I was typing too.
Having a conversation.
Nope. I don't think.
Oh no, I was Googling it. Like, just throwing that out there. I was Googling it.
Oh my god, I think I know what it is, but
You could ask me.
think. I think I know what it is, but
You're the DM. Why are you listening to him about not Googling it? You can Google it if you want to.
No,
You have the
because
right.
it's a rule.
It's a
rule.
code of honor.
it is.
Fair enough.
And it's an easy one too. Is it steps? Is that it?
It should be.
Corey?
Ramen. Penis guy. Friend.
Corey?
We're friends, right?
Is it an echo or is he just mad at me? Did I get it?
It depends. Apparently, there's a couple ways this one could.
Yeah. Like, me and Shannon agreed on, like, the first answer, and then I Googled it, and it was something different.
Yeah.
Corey?
I hate it when I disconnect.
Corey?
Oh.
Yes.
Is it steps?
hear
Is
it?
it like, is that it?
It is not steps.
What?
So then I was right. It's time?
Nope.
No? What is it?
Fingerprints.
What?
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 That doesn't make any damn
You
sense.
don't take fingerprints.
The more you take, as in taking things, thieving.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Okay, yeah, I could buy that.
Yeah, that's
Look,
neat.
I'll literally post the link that I got. I literally typed hard riddles, and it was literally the first one.
I will say that riddle actually has 2 contextual answers.
Yeah.
Three,
Yeah,
technically, because the
One
more time
context
you take,
has 2 answers. Yeah, the more time you take, the more you leave behind. The more steps you take, the more you leave behind. And then
yeah,
the more
The more
you take.
things you take.
the more fingerprints you leave behind. Unless you're wearing
No,
gloves.
that doesn't count. It's not fingerprints. That doesn't count.
It is fingerprints.
No, because you don't when you're
The way
taking
riddles work-
items. No, that doesn't fit the riddle.
Babe.
Okay, do a different one.
Yeah, I call it
Okay.
do-over. Make sure that you get one that has one answer, because that's not fair.
Okay.
I mean, hard because of multiple answers is not fair hard.
Yeah.
With a multiple answer, you have to kind of take whatever's a acceptable answer. Otherwise, it's not really fair because some things do have multiple answers.
I was trying to think of an appropriate song and or
Okay, while you guys are hashing this out, I'm gonna...
Okay.
Oh, my friend who's
Okay.
listening to this just said that photographs is also an answer.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
That's 4.
That actually does make sense. Take
Yeah.
photos, leave them behind. Yeah.
You can carry it wherever you go, and it does not get heavy.
I know what that one is. I know what this one is.
I don't.
I think this one might have more than one answer.
You know what? It probably does.
I know. Though I think you can answer this in multiple ways too. 'Cause I can
I'm
already think of one.
concerned about that because I can't think of anything, but at the same time, I'm like trying to figure out what would be the most obvious answer. Because I'm worried this might be more.
With riddles, there's a very standard answer to anything that doesn't weigh anything. Which
Yeah.
could also be taken as an answer to this, even though I can't tell you, but...
I even know the Japanese translation of this answer. I just want to yell.
Okay, how about this, Friday? If this one doesn't work, if you're not satisfied with this one, let's have a contest of intellect.
With the wizard.
Okay. Is it your name?
But I'm pissed. Kimi no nawa. Anyways.
Yep, its
Yeah.
name, but whole would also work too.
A hole?
Yeah,
How can you carry a hole?
in
Put
your
a hole
pocket.
in your shirt.
Oh
Aha.
my gosh.
Wow, that's a riddle that you literally answer with a second riddle.
All right.
So, the siblings win.
Yeah.
Oh.
They do look pleased about the riddle. And they offer you a few silver pieces for the fun.
Here,
Alright.
peasant.
You
Pretty
entertained
much.
us.
You gave them a good time. They are pleased. You may leave.
And hey, warming your brain up
feel-
on a riddle in the morning isn't a bad way to do it.
I feel cheated.
Alan pockets this knowledge of entertaining them with riddles.
They seem to quite enjoy riddles. So yeah. You guys, anything else for anyone? Anyone else want to test?
Yeah.
I think that Vital might rib Ramen a little bit.
Rib him!
Ramen.
Rib him!
Ramen.
I will put you to sleep.
Hey, penis guy. How
I
does
have a
it
riddle
feel
for you.
to be thoroughly emasculated by the siblings?
Hey, let Vidal go.
I have a riddle for you. You won't know when you find it, but you'll hate when you lose it.
Is it my honor?
No, but that's close.
It's your
It's something
dignity.
Corey hasn't been able to find for years.
Is it my dignity?
No.
Is it my patience for this situation?
Is it your pride?
Those are all the wrong answer.
I'm leaving.
What is
And
the
Adam
answer?
just laughs.
What is the
See
answer?
ya.
Corey, you brought me into this campaign, and if you leave, there will be repercussions in your personal life and your professional.
No, I am leaving this situation. this scene, it says in subtext, Ramen exits right.
Robin says no,
Dino.
thank you.
I just
I
got
know.
cheated out of like a core item of this campaign, and
You
I
didn't
feel
get cheated. You lost it fair and square.
Yeah.
I feel very, very salty about it.
Aw.
I'm just saying,
I
that
know,
wasn't
what was
like
the
a
answer?
die roll. That was a legitimate contest between you and Friday, and you lost.
To be fair, I have been looking up riddles.
The second one I lost, sure.
The first one had no concrete answer.
I maintain that I should have that my answer should have been fine.
You know, can all bite me. Anyway,
I mean, okay.
Aw.
If anyone knows the answer to the riddle I just had,
What
I don't
was it?
want to do it.
you won't know when you find it, you'll hate when you lose it.
What is
What's
it?
the answer?
Sleep. Which he had just said beforehand.
I like that.
That was a good one. Anyhow,
I feel like Milo should have known that one.
My friend recommended that one, so I can't take credit, but still.
it was still a good one. I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
So, off we go to the mountains.
Yeah. Everyone else is already packing up. They're and the twin. I keep calling them the twins now. Thanks, guys.
Ah,
The
Sibling.
non-twins.
The siblings do not look like they slept very well last night, but they, thanks to the riddle answering, they look more perked up.
better than coffee, apparently.
Did they
Better
hear
than
the riddle?
coffee. Oh no, they got asked riddles. So they
Got their
are
brain going.
they're like, yes, we're ready. Thank you. See, Skyver
Yep,
agrees with me.
Hi, Skyver!
Skyver gets it.
Is
Um,
that the Skyver I think it is?
It
Yeah,
is.
from Jakarta.
Skyver, it's me! It's Pika!
Skyver, you're a good person.
Yeah.
I like you.
Skyver
Ah.
understands.
Canonically, so anyone that's not looking at chat can see this. I agree. Steps, time, etc. were all valid answers. The chat has spoken.
And you can have a hole in your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Aw, that was
Or in
cute.
your heart.
Ouch.
Do you have a hole in your heart?
I was gonna
I
try
have
to perform
one.
again, but
Do you
I
don't?
yeah,
mean-
it's a good performance, but it's not a great performance.
I may have been born with a heart murmur, so kinda.
Oh, okay.
That got serious.
I was talking about Alan, but
Metaphorical?
okay.
Oh, I mean, I don't think it would matter. It doesn't beat.
It matter pretty quick depending
I
on what
was
you use.
I was going to make a joke about Izo, but then you mentioned that, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, I mean, Izo hasn't had a chance to put a hole there yet. Like, all he's done is turn Alad into a babbling mouth.
It's true.
Like, how to make my perfectly crafted chaotic neutral shyster, into mush.
Introduce a handsome royal, and he has no words. Okay, but yeah, everyone's packing up. The siblings are back on their wagon, and they are gesturing for you guys to get packed up. We have a long road ahead of us, and things are going to start getting hairy here. And I hear lots of yawns.
I'm sorry.
Is everyone okay? It's like
I'm great. I'm actually great.
Obviously kind of out of it.
Okay.
say it's 12:30 my
We can
time.
do it.
We had a interesting day.
It's true.
I would be more willing to go on, but my sleep is still buggered, so.
Okay. Um
I gotta
and
take care of some things.
so we can figure out the next session. I think it's going to be after Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously because everyone's doing a lot of stuff. And then the week after Christmas,
You're coming out here.
I'm getting ready to move. Yeah, because it's not the week after Christmas, but it's the following week that I'll be leaving.
Yeah.
So I might have time to get one more session in before I move, but
I
Don't
might be
feel like-
helping my brother move during that week.
Yeah, like if it turns out that you'll be too busy prepping for the move,
Don't worry about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Prioritize your life before worrying about entertaining a bunch of assholes.
Exactly.
Also, I gotta drive out to California and grab a bunch of the stuff that didn't burn up in the fire from my brother and help them move back up to Utah.
Jeez.
I can spend the extra time working on Monster Mash with anybody that's free on any day.
I mean, I'll
So
be
there's
free
that.
like absolutely before all this, but and if people aren't like super busy, and we might be able to squeeze in a session right after Christmas, but I don't know what everyone's schedules are.
I'm not gonna be home until, let's see, the 28th.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that leaves next weekend. That's still
Yeah. The only night that Corey and I aren't free is Thursday.
okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm fairly free until like the week, the couple days before the move. So if we have a time to do one more session before I move, that'd be great. Because after I move, I'm not sure when I'm gonna have time to do another one because I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff.
Well, I just bought a new netbook, so
Okay.
maybe I could do something while I'm away. I don't know.
That being said, if there's nothing running over the next couple of weeks for anybody, and people start feeling the itch, I am more than happy to run one-shots.
Cool.
Fuck yeah.
Actually, AJ, I was gonna bug you to help me build up this session because
Oh, more
Friday
than
can't really know about it, and neither can.
more than happy, but I want to sit in and listen.
Oh, absolutely.
That's my fee.
That's fine.
Skyper says, "Ha ha hi."
Also, I have a sneaking suspicion that before this campaign is over, Milo's gonna basically be Team Dad.
Oh yeah.
You mean as if he's
Yeah,
not
pretty
already?
much.
He's
Yeah.
not already.
He's getting there.
It's happened
Dude,
already.
like okay, but
How old is Milo?
40.
I'm
Okay,
110
so
years
then
older than you, and
You've cheered
half
up
as
the
many.
youngest member, and you're mentoring other people, and you're
Jesus.
watching out for everybody. You're already the dad.
I don't want to be. Why do I have to be the oldest person here?
Because
you're
you're
an elf.
half elf.
Yeah.
this is the baby.
You're a whole elf,
While she's
definitely.
considered a young adult by Kenku standards, she's only 13 to 17 years old.
She's still the baby by the
By everybody else's standards, she is an infant.
yes.
But half elves are all aged just about the same as humans, though, according to
A little
the
bit
rulebook.
longer.
Well,
No,
I think
according-
Corey just said
apparent-
he's a full elf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a full elf.
He's
My
full
bad.
edgelord.
And
I'm 243 years old.
Oh god.
Oh, yep. Nope.
Like
older
half-
than me.
Old
and
ass.
halflings can live for a couple centuries. 40 is basically normal adulthood
Yeah.
Yeah.
for.
My
Alan's
god.
just sitting here. I'm that miraculous person whose age does not reflect how he feels.
Well, he's a
Alright.
dampier, so.
I'm
Okay.
just amused. Milo has Team Dad, and he's half everyone else's size.
Oh, the lag's not that bad, Skyver. I just wasn't looking at the chat, so I've only
Alright.
just then noticed.
Yeah, we'll definitely
Likewise,
hit
the lag thing too.
encounters in the next session.
Maybe level up.
Yeah, you're gonna hit most of your encounters in the mountains, and we didn't quite reach there tonight.
Yeah.
there was a lot going on.
Yep.
Particularly in these early days, I want to kind of give you guys time when you're traveling to kind of band together
to know
and
each-
yeah, you guys
Which
need
we're
to be a
doing.
party. Exactly.
And now we've all got skills we can teach each other.
Exactly. So it might seem a
Milo
little
is plus 10
slow in the
survival.
beginning, but it's for a good reason.
Yeah.
And
Milo
I
and his. Oh,
have no idea what Lysandra would do.
well.
Um,
Milo's got plus 10 survival. He's probably willing to teach more than one person.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll think on it.
you could always work on your perception skills.
That's true.
Since we still didn't use enough of them.
I was about to say, I'm sitting here shuffling these cards for you.
Perception's good for a paladin to have, and a good skill to have in any of my campaigns because I like to make you guys roll for it.
Oh, that is a good point.
I will ponder this.
Or
just
you
go-
could
Bob,
work.
though,
You
'cause-
could work on performance. You do have a painting skill, so you could always work on that.
Yeah, and if you're working on it, expect Vital to pop in and watch you every now and then.
and try to get me to paint or draw them.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you draw me? Can you draw them? Can you draw this?
All right, guys.
Basically, I'm
Good
channeling
night.
all my inner artist rage.
Right.
All right, guys. It has been
Good
fun.
night.
I'm glad that everyone's partying up and getting there. We will.
I'm gonna go see if I can make PUBG work because I'm having system failures again.
What's wrong with it?
It's just every time I download PUBG, it doesn't matter what it is, it's just something's always missing. So
Of course.
I gotta go try to fix that.
My
All
only
right,
problem is
guys.
the test server.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you for watching the stream, guys. By the way.
Yep.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Thanks for coming, Skyver. Thanks for coming, Vast.
Bye,
Later.
guys.
Am I forgetting someone? Oh yeah. Thanks for coming, Jack.
Jack.
Yeah.
Hi,
Still-
Jack.
Thank you for being here, guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Toodaloo.
Bye.